I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a whoopee, ginger chips at me power chow. Say, and yet mappe ginger chips, dear. And then I worry. And it is some say, you were in powdered form like this. Ain't it so we will be out pick green tea to send me near me green tea and I may be a gum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me saka no na marry. Would you wouldn't share no? Google about ginger and you see the health benefits of ginger. But need just some say the organic honey and I can and I yet mappe ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American yina mubitimi afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver ye dia more kama. So wo Ghana so a be patch ofre
0277-609-644.
Mappe ginger chips dear OBA here.
So the light went off, and I think that it took us back again after we have started the show. But I think we're back again live here, and then we want to seek for who gives approval for the choices that we make for a lifetime. There are many issues on relationship matters, and some of them I comment, some of them I don't comment on them. The reason is because my voice is very strong and louder, and it's difficult to maintain a standard of truth, especially when many are on the side of lies. I am not the only truthful person in the world. I'm not the only person sent to speak the truth, but the light is back. Yes. Opa, how are you doing, my brother? My son, is everything okay with you? I miss you, so we should talk for some time now. Yankasa. I see Sewo. I miss you. I've been a kind story in my end. Yeah, you are fine. Thank you. I know you are fine. Fine, even so you're fine. So what we need to say? We sure open to anything, so you're fine. So we are going to have a good conversation. Yes, the light is back. And when the light goes back like this, all we need to have is to enjoy what is available at the moment. A lot of us have gone to somewhere a lot of us have gotten over these things that we are facing. Are you married already? You are yet to marry, or you have plans to marry, or somebody is forcing you to marry them? I don't know which of the questions I asked that fits you. Are you married? You want to marry? Somebody is forcing you to marry them, or somebody is recommending somebody for you to marry. Those of you who watched our show on Saturday with the first ex-husband of Esther Smith, in his narration on the show, he said he has learned a lot of lessons. And one of the lessons was that he would never take a recommendation from somebody else to marry somebody else. He will wish to look for his own details to go ahead and marry whoever he wants to marry, because the recommendation that was done for him was not the best according to him. It will be one of my questions I will ask that, is it the best thing that can happen to a man when somebody is recommended for you as a husband or as a wife, that you want to marry somebody or you want to marry, and they recommend for you that this one is the best, so go ahead and marry the person? How How good is recommendation when it comes to marriage? A simple question that we'll answer before we go ahead. But a lot has happened. Prophet Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi's marriage and the selling of the church that God has asked him to do, and the preservation of matrimonial property by the wife in going to court, that court has granted her the protection of the matrimonial property, which has landed Bedu-Kobi's sales of the church not coming to pass. The other part is that Bedu-Kobi still has the right to have church service going on, but has been denied the right of selling a matrimonial property based on what the court have agreed to. In the Property Act, any property acquired as a matrimonial property together with the spouses cannot be disposed of without the signature or the attestation of both parties. So by law, you can only dispose of a marital property when both of you, as it were, have agreed to let the property go. So all the blah 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 talk that is going on, that Bedu-Kobi, the wife owns the land, this is what. I believe that if the wife owns the land, it could have been a straightforward thing that the land belongs to me. And if he wants to sell, he can carry his church and leave my land for me. But the court statement that came out that we are all reading some is a clear statement of matrimonial properties acquired, which by virtue of the acquisition, the wife, and some are saying that the former wife, no, their marriage is still intact. They are on separation. They are on a spree of separation, but not on divorce. So the preservation of matrimonial or joint matrimonial property preservation, the act that a wife have gone to use, as it were, to stop the husband from selling the property. If you read the court summons that came, there are listings of properties that the wife of Prophet Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi have declared that he cannot sell them. Why? Because they acquired them during the marriage. And for that matter, she is part of the assets and can only dispose it of when both of them decide that, yes, we want to get rid of these particular properties. But single-handedly, Prophet Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi cannot dispose of the following properties. The first one is the land and premises housing the Glorious Wave Church International and the matrimonial home at Sakumo. According to the wife of Prophet Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi, these properties that are listed are properties that he cannot claim ownership alone because they are matrimonial properties. The first one on the list is the court shall order Prophet Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi never to think of disposing of the following. The first one is the land and premises. The land and premises housing the Glorious Wave Church International and the matrimonial home at Sakumo. The land and property housing. Now listen, this is what the court approved, because this is what she took to court. And I believe so much that in the jurisdictional despondency and the strength of the court, they will not just sit and give a ruling if the person just walks in like that. We all had a direction from Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi, as it were, on the act of selling the church and relocating, which came from God. A lot of people call me to ask me about it, and I say I'm not in the right position to discuss that sale issue. But I believe that Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi, at a point in time, granted a lot of interviews to explain the reasons why God has spoken and he wants to obey. However, some few time after video resurfacing and talking about the assets, where some made fun of purchasing the property. Here even Kokubo, some made a statement that he was going to purchase the property to build a shrine and all that. I mean, those I saw them to be one of the jokes that were being peddled around it. But here we are. After Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi had all the interviews and declared, this is what the Lord says. Abna, I miss you, girl. This is what the Lord says, that it should dispose of the property. After all those things that were said, then buyers start trooping in. So videos were circulating of people who want to buy the church. I had a video from somebody with 9 plus 99991 something that I'm not able to even call back. And the video came, and the person or whoever sent me the video gave out the video because the church I know of, they said they were selling it as a warehouse. So somebody did a video and said this is a warehouse that is for sale with a lot of offices and a vast land attached to it. Now, while this was going on and when this was stated, I didn't believe the sales was going until one of the boys, I'll call it one of the boys or one of the pastors, came to have a Facebook conversation and discuss the property that I am talking about. Not forgetting that in that same time, Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi came to talk about what that says the Lord and the reason why God says he should go and sell and relocate the church of God to a new place that the Lord will lead them to. Whilst this was going on, then came up this particular summons from the High Court. And when this came out from the Supreme Court of it's the Supreme Court of Judicature in the High Court of Justice. This was released on the 15th, is that right? 2026, May, if I'm right. Okay. So when this came up, this came out from the High Court and is supposed to be given to Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi, who happens to be the general overseer and the lead pastor for Glorious Wave Chapel, a church located at former Cable Gold, Sakumono, a church we've all been there before when the church was running. We're there. And I'm connecting this to Esther Smith's husband's conversation that he also had. But I'm saying that if the marriage was there, or if the two of them didn't have any issue with their marriage, and the Lord spoke to Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi, would the wife have acted the same way? Could it be that maybe the issue at stake between the two of them could also be contributing to the fact that even if God has spoken, this time the voice of God cannot happen. Could it be that? Now, in the merit of the case between Prophet Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi and the wife, I am not in the capacity and the position to discuss. My own is lessons that I want us to learn from these particular one. As to the conversation that is looming, that the recommendation of a life partner by anybody, is there a good idea that somebody recommends Abna Sugar for me, that she's calm, she's cool, she's all that you can want to have in a wife, that I should go for? That's where I'm coming from. I'm asking if recommendation makes things work. Is recommendation good? Has recommendation helped people? In the land of practice, is recommendation the best thing that we should always go for? Can somebody recommend a wife for you and you have the best marriage? Was your wife recommended for you and today you are enjoying marriage? Was your husband recommended for you and today you are the worst thing that happened to you in life? We're going to have a discussion tonight. I think that is a long time I had enough time. Usually when I'm out, I need to get myself the space and go. But today, whatever is happening on TikTok, don't worry. We will hit. Please share the page. Invite a friend. And if they say you didn't give gifts, they block me from receiving gifts. Please share and let's go ahead. Let's hit the algorithm from these restricted 7 to whatever number we can do, because it's becoming unbecoming. I don't know what it is. I have appealed. I don't know what to do again. So that I have to take a new dimension. I will do so. I've done it before, but this time I've been very, very, very reserved with what TikTok is doing. I've written and done what I'm supposed to do, but still. So don't be discouraged. But those of you on TikTok, those of you on YouTube, those of you on Facebook, thank you very much. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased to have all of you coming. Thank you for being on YouTube. Can we share in this conversation? The conversation is about, my first question I'm asking is, how right or how helpful has it been when a woman is recommended for you? Opa, thank you very much. That they recommend somebody for you and the person has been a blessing or a curse. That eno in common I me say obi akasa ba ye hu jo wale no brantie metene so an ma sorry ye de ne ma obesi enne wada na obosom adan wada na unyankopon. I want to hear both the good side and hear the bad side. And I'm saying there are issues that are trending, or there are issues that are running through on our social media that I will want to put my mouth in it. Not usually the legal parts, but the moral and the lesson part as a professional counselor. So I'll still wait for Abna, because Abna has a lot to give me. And I wait for Abna always because there is something Abna will come and say. There's a story we have. Abna will read a story for us. But in this conversation I'm going to have now, I'm having this conversation because it's important to all of us. And I said that one of the letters that has become common notice in the public domain or the public space is the issue of Prophet Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi's church sale. And to be honest with you, this past week, Vida on UTV, their entertainment program, somebody drew my attention that the way Vida was speaking, it was not the best. And I didn't watch it though, but the person said Vida's statement to Prophet Emmanuel Bedu-Kobi was not the best. Hear me. Once a good man, I'll say always a good man. I've said it before many years ago that if somebody is arrested as a thief and a person helped me pay my rent before, I'll not join those who are calling him a thief, because maybe when he was renting for me, I didn't know he was a thief. Sorry. When he was renting for me, I didn't know he was a thief. So if your former husband or wife has been arrested for theft or for embezzlement, it's very, very important to be careful what you say with other people on whoever has helped you before. I will say this boldly, that among all the men of God that were insulting me and fighting me when I started this ministry of counseling on radio and TV, the first man of God that openly spoke on radio that I have not known before, I have not seen before, I have not heard of before, but on radio openly said, there is this man called Counselor Lutrot. I like the man so much because of the in-depth knowledge of his counseling. That was Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Bediako. He said this on Adum FM morning show when I was being interviewed and he came around. He was going to have a show after my show, or I think I was sitting on a show and he came. And he made it clear on the show that he supports me wholeheartedly. I should go ahead and pray for me. And from that day forward, I had a confidence that at least one man of God was in support of my ministry, because all men of God that I came across were against what I'm saying. I'm saying this on record. They were against me. Those of you who know me, how many of you have seen the billboard or a flyer of me and any pastor going to have a show? If you have one, post it. Even churches that their youth saw that I'm speaking something that resonates with them, so they are inviting me. We can go and to the last end, the program is cancelled. I remember a church around Achimota, is a branch of one of the churches in town, invited me, and they went through all the protocols except financial commitment. And the man of God called me personally and told me that the youth says I'm the right person for this topic they want to discuss. So they want me. And by then I was supposed to go to Kumasi for a show. Friends, I canceled my Kumasi show because the man of God showed a lot of interest in my coming and told me he chances on my videos and he has also appended his clearance to blah, 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 blah. It's okay. Flyers were out and I shared the flyers on my page. Let me tell you, my fans, immediately when the flyer went up, it didn't keep long. Then there was a phone call that came out that the presbytery will want to talk to me before the event. And when they said presbytery wanted to talk to me, presbytery is a presbytery is a very big section of a church. So when a church is run and they are talking about the presbytery, you ask them, what is a church presbytery? The presbytery of a church is not Presbyterian church. But when we say the presbytery of any church anywhere, usually It's like those of us that we are not running presbytery, we are running a governing council. So when we say a presbytery, it's like the governing council of the church. So yeah, I have a flyer. Miss Man post to Amancrofy ready. God bless my PA. This girl, may the Lord bless me and let me bless her. She was there when somebody drew her attention that the program the boss have posted has been cancelled, and there are meetings running right now. We are speaking in the headquarters of the church that gave me the invite, that they shouldn't allow me to come and then disintegrate the church. I am evil, I'm antichrist, and they've written a letter, and whoever wrote the letter and sanctioned the letter didn't just drop the letter to the pastor, but gave it to a blogger to blow it out so that they will know that whatever I have posted, I am not qualified to be in their church because I am an antichrist. Me, George Luttrell, I am an antichrist. But God knows why he called me and made me an antichrist. So, pastors, honestly speaking, I support all men of God. I defend any man of God that has been called by God. I don't really investigate to see whether you are called by God or you are not called by God. That is none of my business. But once you have the title on you, I will defend you and I'll do whatever I'm supposed to do to make sure that you survive in the ministry of God. So I posted and these things are running. We are ready to go. Then I was told that the presbytery will want to have a conversation with me if I can come. And I declined that I cannot come for their meeting. But whatever it is, they can have a discussion with me on phone. So it went on and on. By then, I've gotten the information already that the church has regretted inviting me. And the man of God didn't know how to stop me from coming. Why? Because he has not seen anything wrong with me. But the headquarters have seen everything wrong with me because I am an antichrist. I'm an evil person. Their pastor says he has seen a lot of negative things about me. I mean, all the bad things in this world. None of them were attributed to me sleeping around, smoking around, chasing girls. None of them. But they were all my statements I have made and the way I approach my things and the way I speak about people and the way I hate people. And all these things were the conversations that were going on. So when these things were said, and the presbytery had a meeting with me on phone, they called me. And I graciously, I think before the time, I did one or two before the time. So when they called me and I spoke to them, they said, well, they just want to have a small conversation with me before the show. That there are some doctrines in their church that I might not be privy to. So they wanted to talk to me before I come so that I don't break those rules because the youth are very problematic already. So they just want to talk to me that A, B, C, D is something they don't like. X, Y, Z is something blah, 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 blah. Okay. So they told me all the things that they don't like, but they're inviting me. And all this time, I've not charged them what I'm going to do. And I said, okay, I hear. So more or less, like they were telling me what I should say and what I shouldn't say, but they're inviting me. Friends and loved ones. It was a week to the program. I went to cry on the Lord to ask permission if I should attend their program. And I'm saying this before God, the man who can kill me anytime. I personally never wanted to go and disgrace myself. I didn't want to go and disgrace myself, honestly. I didn't want to go and disgrace myself. I didn't want to go and disgrace myself. So sincerely speaking, all I did was I'd rather took a decision not to go but took a decision to stay back. But the Lord told me, go. I have sent you, and that's why I call you. Unfortunately for them, that same time when the program was supposed to run, I had a TV program. And based on the TV program, I'll not be able to honor their own. And the TV program was very, very good. And the people were looking for me. So there was a lot of options that I could do. Their program was starting from 6:30. And where I was going to have my radio program, it will affect where their church is within the Achimunta corner. And the Lord told me I should go. I'm telling you, the Lord told me I should go. It was difficult, but I took the decision. Finally, I went to the program. I prepared a slide, and I had the presentation I wanted to do. So there are questions we ask when you come. We ask you the number of the language barrier, the number of participants. They said, oh, they were just between 35 to 50. So I got in there, and to my surprise, there were about 200 people. I went there and I want to start a show. Then the man of God took the microphone to introduce me. And the man of God said, he wanted to do a roll call of the members who were in the church, as they want to do. So all those who are visiting them for the very first time, they should stand up on their feet. And the people who stood up on their feet were about 85 people. They are not members of the church. The 85 people have come to the church premises because they heard Councillor Lutrot was coming there. Thanks be to God. So God just needed a premises for me to operate, not a church. The man of God said, hey, how? And they said, we heard Councillor Lutrot is coming, so we decided to come. His members in the church, he said, so let me see those of you who are from blah, 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 number one. Then those who came out were just about 8. Another number that came again was just about 12. 8, 12, 20. And the church itself had, was it 23 people? Like the pastor, the wife, and some leaders and some elders. Their church have not seen 200 people before. But by virtue of collection, 200 people came via my social media broadcast. So I realized that the topic they want to treat, even though it's in their church, people have respected my flyer and they have moved to their premises as if to say I've rented the premises to do a program. So before the man of God was going to introduce me, this is what he said. This is proudly brought to you by Makwe Ginger Honey Chips and Afromax Plus. My name is Reverend Councillor George Lutrot, His Excellency Dr. Councillor George Lutrot. I'm here tonight on the School of Marriage and Relationship. So the man of God took the microphone, and after doing this roll call, I think first he thought some of their members have come from other places and there are many. So he was down when he realized that majority of the people who have come to his church for the first time came because they heard Councillor Lutrot was coming to have a show there. But he needed to do justice because from the headquarters, he has been warned. He was told to cancel the program because of me. Then he negotiated that he can talk to me not to do my things. I don't know what things I have. I don't know I'm sharing this with you because of the topic I want to treat. Let me say this on record. Me, Councillor Lutrot, in this country called Ghana, I have suffered in my ministry of counseling, especially in the hands of pastors, especially in the hands of radio presenters, in the hands of some program directors of radio stations. I've suffered in the hands of some owners of TV stations and radio stations. There are radio stations that the owners want me. The program director hates to hear from me. There are stations that the owners don't want me. The program director is defending that I need to be there. Even governmental programs that I need approvals. There are programs that when the CEO of a certain sector in our government, the previous government, some 5 years ago, I was recommended to do a program. There were people within the panel or the leadership or the directorate that said, personally, they hate me. And they don't know how they're going to work alongside with me by giving an approval to run the show. So I have really suffered in this country called Ghana, where I have not fought anybody. I have not insulted anybody. I am within my lane doing what I'm supposed to do. And I'll say this proudly. There are people who are still alive, people who are still working, people who are still beautiful, working because of me. I am proud of that. Who have not fought me before. The council has fought me before. A whole ministry of gender wrote a letter without recourse to the evidence at stake that no TV station to engage me. No, they did that. But thanks be to God. Despite media and TV Africa engaged me, and other Awake TV, I was still back on radio. So I'm saying all these things for you to know that when somebody comes to say, I love this man and I love your ministry, it was strange to me. I've said it several times that the only two men of God who openly declare their support for me, Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi and Prophet Emmanuel Ejay. Prophet Emmanuel Ejay came from America and he endorsed that myself and my wife, we love your ministry so much, far back from Côte d'Ivoire. And I'll come and tell you about Prophet Emmanuel Ejay, what he did for me on one of my shows. So Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi, I'm saying this to you that he's my man, he will be my man, and for forever remain as my man, no matter what. I am not standing with him. He's not in crisis for me to stand with him. Whatever has happened, whatever is going on, is a phase. The wife has been on orgasm conference more than once. She's the only female speaker, the first female speaker I put on orgasm conference. And through the permission of the husband, I did that. So the family, I hold the family in high esteem. Mama Gloria, Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi, and the siblings, I hold them in high esteem. I don't want to even remind them of their pain and their hate in the death of Daniel. I did everything in my capacity with the honor granted me by the prophet to make sure that we help Daniel, the son that he lost, to be alive. So that's what I'm saying, that in this contextual conversation that I'm having, I'm not discussing the court issue. I'm just discussing the moral side of what is happening and what lessons I think we should all be learning from it. So the pastor took the microphone and before introducing me, he made a statement. And this is what the pastor said. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored. Good evening. I'm honored to have Abner, my sweetheart. Abner, I miss you. Or you are going through broken heart.
For the way.
Oh, I thought you broken up with me and you are managing your broken heart.
Oh no!
Because
how can I?
You and Flamingo are flying in the mingo. I see you and Flamingo are doing this together, I don't know what's that.
Hey, you come first, though. Shit.
Thank you so much, Abner. And I've said it several times that Abner has been with me for we've done a lot of things together. Yakunda na mrefi. Abna ya sha si ngofo ya no mi sha si mi dire nyina no. Kasa we mni nyadwen, but be call by the next time your life. So give me. Lady Victory is here. The woman with enough body. Lady Victory, Michiao. Say wrong description about your catch him say bacho jam ha because a woman with enough body no a term I use ma emba sebio omo body soft anameboa o membo Esther din me ma mo nye na nye say ya cassette ya Esther Oba si abeka se mesremo council mesremo enkrofo aba ha bu nyina eja yehu black then black tea was a black ice o mu nyina ha o ma ba ha koda ba mu de money ma tena che nya me hira mu se mu busu ne metena Esther nyani wonte fu Esther what was the Esther a woman with immaculate beauty. Esther 1. Oba won fe. Oba to awade asu osunsun. Sa na nyame bo no. Esther. Esther, say na metie we wale be. Unsuro mpo.
Na go dia ai abonte na ai.
Sa.
Almost I don't lie. I want to know what you
it will show to all of it to say me.
Oh, of course. Some of the
hey, son, I team you they will all of it to say me.
Maybe you will know why.
Sir, oh yeah, hustler. Yay. Now, I'm not say Esther to idea TikTok da. When was we post that? Hey, aggressive sales so. And I make catchers see say we pen aka ube nam na ho be bon wo kromo de me mpese be san wo bi sam say e wo he mum nya wo beto see a perfume we me de kakra pe na bae mum bra mbeje nkoto no mum beto na sa me mo bi sam say order na me do bae na te send doso frem see see na obi na say eh na de yen to ko
I think the customers
na dey Sisi amadi ejuma na ibu yo ejuma ya kakra didi obi ato ade onu ato ade. Hey, Lady Victory, ejuma na say yo. Hey, Esther ton perfume. Sisi ntoko. And a perfume now. Na aya em say okoji voice bi fi baby. Ti so ye premite when you demo. And I mean, I may catch them. I may used to be. Now, when you saw, and yes, you. Let me share something here. Get a man to idea, man. And the last time, so because last time we got 12 hours, yes, is it by force to buy from you? Who are going to get anybody who? Which one was here as way? Oko kan kamo you obey the article. But we're sana brabonite. So thank you very much. My three musketeers, you always here for me. Thank you. Uni opa that's why I dear pa. I mean, it's obvious said and grofo ba munya abutre editing. But na me can't be said. How good is recommendation for marriage? Before we read our story for today, no? Recommendation say obiaka say abna honjo counselor honjo vek honjo while obi ti say sa minim senate here na me din komo bi letter bi na mkrom nyama bebede asisi menim obi akache o say ne we ntwempra a wo call ye no ompre ntwi ne ko yie ma ana wali nipa no unnu ho what you say. Ma papa bi ana oye former education minister e wokufu abem wa ware sisi awadi 80 abna na 80 nechi no wa ware enum Nansaya or san wari insia, ne man the court to some premo papa ne wali bio. Ne papa wali 30-year-old girl. And almost your mum pre. Na ye almost say almost penny stroke ne chironya adwumi ale nti girl yo ko wali ne nye na adwun so wale. Na wanyi dodo 50 years difference almost pre. Na papa ne kura nya wale girl mama ne dan o baby na obi odi ma girl no. Abranti be twi girl no sa no ko it's a girl with fresh blood. And there's some more court. Say, men, ma, yam, and papa, and wali for. They say, I'm not court to corner by yet de. Ewo minor yet tin mupa. It in command me didn't say, do you think say recommendation from others when it comes to relationship can help or has helped or is helping? Me him say blind date to her. Me dem akada say, ade ba kon me me ye is recommending anybody for anybody to come and be part. Clarice wohin me hu na che o start so ba no wasati ada ubro ne yire ba kon yenya no ha egoma ebedi no ehia se ebenya nkrofo ni nyina ma bra na me kama asem ma ba kosem aba eh enyano yensu ya yebi yensu ye obi mu me ko nsem ma no abei opempem agropa banyame ye na dom amo akọwari buru na yeti se abrofo kwete yemre ba ono de obeka kire yen se nya no kreda me kai so ma yeti ase se aha me kai so obeka kire yen se kwete botton so ye de se nkote ayatwa na aha enti me renfi enkomo na me renfi sa nkomo ya yedi e ade ba ko emi say adoma chede e de ma me ne say ade bia ye kan enfie du me renfi metima kai aka ne sana aka ne pepe me adwuma me ye Clarice ye ma akwa ba ukọ ya che o ba ye nso ye hu de ode ba ye yi e kai ya ofi ba ye na kam ka say wa beti so me si ene
wan ka fa na say wo de no ye wo de wo ye
me time am de me ba to me oh me time am de show me time am de show den sisan yo just say ya mu there be mu America de no mu de to America de no Ghana de no de straight to ye ya the Monday de ade ba ko pa me ye film ye road show na road show de ti am yi ni say me ni driver na nsen esan say TikTok for no wo di steering kire won pero ma block o sisi am no ka say me ni mo de ma ye ba oba block here for more than 1 month ye ya enko me ni de ya ye wo omsi my ideal say day enti o suspending gift as suspending we enti
American why ya la che
there be any sana mo come che say sisi am ni me ka say omsi me wo say ye sure ye twa kire ni kire na mete ho omsi it's not you have not paid attention me need dey say me ye ese me ba na mbe tap so ana den eti me suma tuma adwum say me form ho adwum but the area ne say because account ni enye Ghana na me ye no na mo amana na me ye nti omo block me a abna omo de abrochire time na block me no kasa se fi a block na me di no ombe bie mi a gise me ye show e wo America time 11 o'clock ni abosen wo Ghana ejere na ama ya bibia ho but ade ni ye kire ye ngusu di nkomo once agusu e share ugusu like it is just na Vic ya mami mi ame do ba ko pe Vic de mo mama nka no kre se
I told you say you abe me no kro you was through na like yeah views the kwat to you
so de na esi enye no kro
no kre because tell me also Vic like yeah be asante aba from
enye no kre because Vic like you know yeah build it yeah corner how the person
like say yeah build the by views this so say
enye no kro because me hu bebre ba kuma no so no na
so say I call his boy and that's views this one
okay share say see am so me boy views no ko 10 ade ni TikTok no obi am be kire yen ade no obi am be kire yen e na woni ba bi nso a ye kokosua enti wo de mo share ni enko ye be boss ye mo be
it's reduced and counselor it's reduced now
but you can't say we shouldn't like it because we're supposed to like it That's what they say.
Don't bring that language here, please.
Then what happened? Don't bring flamingo here. Don't bring flamingo here. Flamingo. Abra. Me say that we go share no no you say ma hey radiation.
Sure. Otimika to comment station.
Abrabrofo na say. Abrabrofo say. Oh, comment section there stations on the day. Oh, radiation. Gaya me no yi obi aye ne brofo. Wo brofo be say me srew. Me say me go gina hwa bena di. Oh, best resa na ojiji su no ojiji su obo mra na me say ye. Won so ko. Me da say. Ade odi Esther ko. Only woko. I'm the big is no on them hoda.
Big convert oba no betu gifts no ko.
Mate.
Oba no sharp na. Why am I go cancer? Me ko obi. If they said why chairman no.
Wa ba ji akonya wo.
Wa ji akonya sensira ko.
Monko. Flamingo girls.
No ka zandoa.
Na enwa no yedi tin cholesterol so enti de mini hweka empire pen na mebo ama no na misimi nja wo do
comment station where I'm talking what happens to what I put it up for your day wa comment wana watching which fa kusa munko no be ready
eti na me ka se nkomo ne se obi recommend obi ma na wale no ana obi recommend obi ma na ne twempna e ko ne se ba na me ka ma asem a kire mu se adwuma me yi enye se daachi bi sebio me da me benkum a afi na mo be ko sign book atro nkwase abrofo ahunhia wo time minim se wo time wo mpem asem minim se wo mpem asem Ghana oman ya team yi me nka nche ma mo hanyina se yesi obi aye adwuma yi bi na TikTok mbaaye na Facebook pe ne wo obi aye adwuma yi bi ama yedi na tema ma wabre a me ye first me ne obi ankon ye asofo time asofo ka che wa sorry ba se utie mi abekọ bunsam je mi antichrist etina me ka che m se program bi e baaye na me ko Kumasi me cancel me Kumasi program and I'm more the privilege and honor. Flyer PA me release flyer now. I'm presbytery fresh of opinion. So most of all the man word and say on cancel program. No poor much say be day. So be cancel. Now on him be kasa. Me mama be me nyama no ewo. Me kansi asem so say Prophet Emmanuel Bedukubi. On ne sofo odi kan a ogina simpie kese so Adom FM so ka say or tamechi or pemasem de meye no me nkosonye ono ne sofo dika asofo ebe me nyina no me matamfo obi ehun se mo sofo bia platform so da sofo bia nya flyer enya billboard odi mato so da asofo invite me a omle nyontofo to so omo de order nkrofo to so me picture no ma sheda ka say surprise artist there be nkrofo be di watem tell me orgasm conference first one ewo trade fair maame no nyankopon hira no obekoso hira na unique flora maame no o maame venue se menya ade no wo menya venue ewie billboard pie 2 days to the event. Obi kache maame ne say we gu na adwuma ne ho fin. Esan say wa ma me ho kwan say be show mami frɛ me or the chopper ka say obetuma me sika me ko rent be fufuro na adwuma is at stake just because people didn't like me. Multimedia then I mean my own program director to me Tammy or so mami me show so that owners of TV stations et me ka say omo mpese better me ka omo show so but they review my stories because can be fufuro and ansem nyina me kan yo mo say enta sum enko ye back again sansem ni nyina esisi ye sansem na me kan yo mo say enko ye no obi fufuro ba na oka dia no mo bo say man e your time and then be wu am over sign book of condolence we be wu am su aka say counselor there oh ya share the poll mesramo mumu bi ni wa mahwe bibia se bi wu suffer for a microphone maba show na say that the first time na sorry nyankro for 200 plus na sorry ma so mo ba no 50 49 plus of opinion in for so about 55 omo makenyi na ya nkrofo me advertise yo mudi machi bae e be tie counselor to was sorry me ma sorry ni advert sorry suffer for a microphone see a man warning and you also for a microphone or catch a microphone in a year roll call where fi no who's a microphone about the door now and you're not sorry ma only a microphone see a sorry them or starting in common. Yeah, counselor is about to take the microphone, but before I introduce him, I want you people to understand that it's because when he says things, he doesn't mean it. Hear this loose talk. Or see, most of the things counselors say is just for joke and for fun. It doesn't mean it like the way you take it. So we think that he's a bad person. But personally, I followed him and he's not a bad person. Whatever he says, you have to think about it well before you take it, because he himself, he says some of the things just to trend. So for now, invite him, you know, or Mike, no, and I can't say. So I have the honor, and I'm very, very honored to invite him here today for our program. Shall we all clap our hands as we invite Reverend Counselor Luttrell? And don't forget, he's a pastor. He preaches God's word. And he born same mommy. And I'm a J Mike Nebusian for. Me rain feeder. Me J Mike and I'm say it's an honor that I've been invited to this church. I know in my heart, after this program, this church will never invite me again. Because the things I'm going to tell you, they are the truth, not my truth. And if you listen, it will help you. Pa. And I'm saying, I'm supposed to teach you on how to choose a life partner. That is the main topic. And I'm too questioning my crowd. One some. I didn't teach ya. I see upon 8:30. Na me pon so for natural note ama ye de abrem so pam cho. The interest of the people are so high. So can I please add 30 minutes to it? And I'm here could do 9. Or say just add more 30 minutes. If we are so for no mic now, or your confession when you need any. And your Bible. Or apologize to me in front of the church. Say enkrofo nimi, on one kasempo onimi. Na makanu krebiama ene onumpo wa sakra wo program ase. He wanted us to build a relationship. They invited me again. I didn't hear God telling me to go, so I didn't go. Till today, me call it. Nancy and Angoshi are so for no war. Despite me and Bearman, if we support, baby, I say. And I'll see you counselor way back of Remy and Menfa. And I'm saying, I'm in person, man in trouble. If you're most of opinion on pay myself. So for opinion, you could share me baby or bomb in my basso. And I'm saying fabulous body and now dim at 10 headquarters. Well, the cost to be an army boy by a tea, but the Encrofa afa yensema and normal one kwemu munim. Ejuma me yani on the oath of secrecy and privacy. Ye bwanko for pa. Eti mi amiti he. So big catcher me say what Jimmy atum or pemasem or pediamea. I will not stand against the person that anytime as embassy. Eti me mati bion said, I am not standing with Bedukobi, prophet. I am not standing with Prophet Emmanuel Bedukobi. No. Sa semusia na nkrofo t-shirt. We stand with no. I am with Bedukobi and the wife, and I'll be with them forever. Because on Orgasm Conference, the first female speaker on Orgasm Conference is Mrs. Gloria Bedukobi. I invited this woman by the permission of the husband. Hear this. May her soul rest in perfect peace. Mawena Dumo. My show at Trade Fair. We were there, and then some people came to buy tickets with a lot of members, paid VIP, and decided to sit at ordinary place. So they came to tell me, my PA came to tell me that a certain man has come and he has a protocol. And the protocol says he's in the car, but they bought ticket for him. And they mentioned his name. Then I didn't know how big the man was. Prophet Emmanuel Bedukobi was a very big man in Accra. And he's attending my program. I didn't know him. The ticket that was selling for 100 cedis, he asked the protocol to come and pay, I think 2,000. And they were just 4. He sat at the back. He went through my show, clapped his hands with all the protocol and everything. This man attended my program. Not once. Constantly, he kept coming. Prophet Emmanuel Bedukobi, God bless you. Never be ungrateful to anybody who has one time helped you before. Because hear me, it could just be 50 pesos the person gave you 10 years ago. Today, 50 pesos may not be anything. But when he gave you the 50 pesos, then it saved you. So Saturday, I heard that people were saying that Vida on United Television was saying that they have to go and look at the source of Bedukobi's income when he was sharing the car and all that. Vida. In the comment station, a lot of people were applauding you. But be careful. Because people at the comment station, what they write at the comment station is not always what you need to hear. Hear this. Prophet Emmanuel Bedukobi, when I heard he was going to sell his church because God said he should relocate. As somebody sent a video to me, the video was saying that this property is for sale, it's for warehouse. And I said, oh, how? This is not a warehouse. This is a church. And so I tried to look for what it is. But let me ask first, how many of you saw the video that the church was being sold up now? Hello.
I'm the worst person to know anything.
Hello. Yes. Yeah, good evening. How many people? In the fan side. The Amasuku. Ameasukani yasun say Ameasun. Ameliana so. Okay, man abakwe. In be a man kwe. All right, okay. Okay. Abna can be Kafra, sorry. Emergency there's another here.
I'm from Missing Minimum, some come for minimum.
Want to say Safu Penny Beduko be see or turn sorry that Google says your turn the shrines and commoning in a wow. Well, so me make us a Beduko be prophet. Only ye pa, and it's only me at ye, only ye pa. And then the eating enti enye se obi your papa ti se se na me abranti abran papa sa ogusu ye papa Clarissa ye papa ogusu ye papa odemeka tua na utua ye Vic I am papa ogusu ye papa Esther papa Esther ye me de 2026 papa na me mo se me ne ko America this year me gusu bo me ho modern se me ne Esther be ko America me man 5 years visa e de ko America. It's say Gina Bontini a catch you be a say. Wabon homoding and a mumu vote man say and then enco. And the papa you do a hoy. Now, Ubi awali blundi or Pedro Ghana. A Clarice now a Pedro Ghana. And I said, oh, that chair, and the other brony back.
3 days, let me not now 3 weeks.
Because one can say, Muno, I haven't said, Odi Bruni call one man, Kuleako Daniel Brofodia. As many shake, continuity now calls up a bottle. Bible Sumsa, Ghana, Yabajo, away idea, we end this year. Why? We end this year. Yabajo, pa, one country on a boy, Yabajo. 80, the American said, Prophet Bedu could be yet my town for, on your my town for that. Obi ti say opa abrante som me ade a me ka che mu nyina mu nim ne say ahomachi bi adi wo amasoro ahomachi a me bo mpa ama opa wadada me bo mpa na wa gisoro da wondae na abrante bibi da ne so me so nyankopon ka che me say ne yie die e ka me hira ho so me ngi da say one day abrante was so say then why am me da debut. Never be ungrateful to anybody who has assisted you or supported you before. Maybe when they were giving you the support, it sounded small. Today, if you quantify it, it doesn't look it. But a help rendered to you once before saved you. So probably the man very good because I turn last already dying. Obiani said me dofo and my down for pardon. A minute. Hello. I don't go back to eye clinic. I'm here. I can get 20 off. I get eye clinic here 20 off. Not becoming an asshole. Yes. If I don't go back, don't have any feedback. So this man has been very helpful to a lot of people. Papa na check cars over 200 cars. A bank of 4. Me watch me car. Na me nimpo. Me nimpo papa me yano. Me kwa sorry one day no say mabuano. Na ni bani yadi mu nyina me ne ne ko. Na papa ne yadi bani yadi mu no. Hwe 3 a.m. ye wo. 4 a.m. ye wo. Ya bi o. This man is a good man. He might not be a good man to you. But this man and the wife have been good to me. Not because they fed me or did anything, but they gave me opportunity when I go to his church. He gives me recognition. He gave me the wife to come and be the first female speaker on Orgasm Conference, the Ambience. She was the first pastor's wife that performed on my Orgasm Conference after Miss Nancy coming to teach us how to create ambience for healthy sexual intercourse. So Mama Gloria has been on my platform before. So the two of them are people that I've been with. And I don't know how I will stand against them. I will stand against them if I want to become an enemy to myself. So I don't stand with them. I am with them. So when you stand with them, then you are standing with us. So when I saw that they said Bedu could be selling his church, And a video came out that it is for a warehouse. And he testified that the Lord has spoken that he should relocate. And when God speaks, who am I? Then I was asked on radio several times, and I declined to comment because God didn't speak to me. Until I was there when I heard that he was granting an interview on what the Lord has said and what the Lord wants to do. Fast forward. What Abna says she doesn't know is this. So, a writ of summons or preservation of matrimonial property is circulating on social media after the interview of Prophet Emmanuel Bedikobi on the sale of the church as God's direction. So, Gloria Kobe versus Prophet Emmanuel Kobe. Bedu Kobe, sorry. So, Mrs. Gloria Kobe, the wife of Prophet Emmanuel Bedu Kobe, in the hearing of God's direction according to Prophet Emmanuel Bedu Kobe, of the sale of the church for relocation, the wife took the matter to court, and the court has granted the request she brought before the judge. For interim preservation of their joint matrimonial property. Preservation of joint matrimonial property. Clarice. Awari fo mienu enkomo ni edi no. Ye enkomo a ebedi enene kire se obi ese we ye koware na ye di tumu ana. Bana me kan kosi asem so se letters miensa bi apie manke bia me mmoamo edi muntie me nkomo. Maame ne se de di kan de ti a on pese ni kunu beton asori dan no se nyankopon po na aka. The first one is said, or see these underlisted properties. Hereby, the court is ordering Prophet Emmanuel Bedu Kobi say a joint matrimonial property unto me and disposing of that. Just an ignorant happening. Now just say, Yakasa see the Bedu Kobi ne yere no. Maintain one sibia benti, omu is separated for now, omu divorce here. Right, bro, abrofone kasa say right, joint property to be sada mupedo nyere. First one say the land and premises housing the Glorious Wave Church International and the matrimonial home at Sakumo. Obana say assassina efie no ene asori ne siso no eye ejapade a wo mienu nyina enya ye wa awade no munti Sofo Bedu Kobi entumi nton dis ono nso asan krata aseton eye krata court no di ma Bedu Kobi se nyame ya wo yire atro aba no eye nyama ye hye wo bo se wontumi mfa wo nsanka gisa wo no yire na ye baako ansa na mo nsa betumi aka esan se wo yire maya ti ase se mu mienu na munyaaye ewa wade mu ye di kan ontumi to asori dan de to so mienu oka se owo efie baako 4 houses. De to so miensa. O si owo 2-bedroom house, self-contained. The Tosso 9. Or see our 5-bedroom house at East Lagos. And also own to me and Tom. This is Gloria Adiatu. The Tosso 9. Or see interest. Our interest be in a partnership of an oil company. It's an oil company. Or banasi, sa oil company also. Our chefa wo munti. Nikrunu to me and dispose of. On to me nyashwe mfa jise ono so editing signature. The chato. Or say several vehicles and other assets acquired during the marriage. Sakra tebe pie ye. Enkrofo aboy se. Enkrofo ani agye. Se woman power. Obana mamrana ye juma. Na eye enkrofo de. Se mema ebu emma kwasia sebio. Enti mamia ya ade se. Odeni de ya court. Emma court aka chebedu ko bi se. Bedwe Kobi, Prophet Emmanuel, se Nyankopon de wakasa, se beton na sorry dan. Kache Nyankopon se, oyire na ode uma ne wale no wasasi so no. Ode onu nso nko kasa. Na mumye nya jimbom se nyame akasa. Menya me kase. Ah, menya le kaso. Irari kasa amakuma tomiwo mabro ufaje ansa na bedu ko bibetuma ton asori dan this Nyankopon etko na di Gloria Kobi ko kasa na so no nko na nyame ne be kasa dia ontu na adwum ensi ne ochina so ka na ye wu ye kasa Bedu ko bimbe kan hwe Gloria nkan hwe court krata na yedi nkomo memri da ye atwa yi Esther Smith kunu sofo ni kunu edi kan wale no at 26 enso ba bontin be ka se asasi a omotoye a oja na sorry on ne yere Esther Smith ebe bie ye sha sorry ase Esther Smith to kwan kwa abrochire a okoja ne kwan ewo Italy FM ko US we hu ni bio ko besi na okasa na odi power batoni man ma me say awade omuwo mu no nkogu awade no na ejapade bia o maye bia no onje okase tierie ba Esther de krata ne ba ye no mugya awade no ejapade a na ewa awade ni mu ese ye che no ono hu ne se eba ne sen no ne oba woba no ne be pri ejapade hu nti okase nkwala ni nti ye fa bibia ma Esther na adwi mu de bebia na sorry ni si omo ya sorry na e omo dia no onim da se Esther be giaton enti ono ma akwanya no o ye ka se on fia sorry dem nkon ofa the Bible eni ni key en on pfia sorry dem no wan wura hobio na ono so say Esther fa sorry dan Esther Smith fa sorry dan eton ye si komoni ye enyame na me say memri dey na bobebe kasa wo Power FM e trendy bebia en komo di ya ni kire say offer the Bible efia sorry dan Emma Esther Smith eton sorry dan wa wutie nkomo no ka say Say house of faith o say sorry be dia me refi mfa nche me. Hono no kwa sorry. No wo mo Pristia branch. E no be worry Esther. Na Esther wo Kumasi. Eti omudi akoniaba. E na Esther ka say ade no mu nti omudi e wo Kumasi. Asawasi oso. Enti o resign ya mane sofo panyin Shira. E na odi Esther be sha sorry na se. Na Esther papa oso bi se wa asase. E na omo toye. E na omo sha sorry na se. Awade jaye ba ye no. Oka se ono de ajapade bi omo aye bi an nkwala ni nti oni Esther empre ho. Asori dan ne de Esther je eton ye. E mo no fa the Bible pie fi asori de mo koye. Eti aton asori dan Esther de ton according to Nikunu a edikan. Nikunu ni kire se the last born na Esther tro ni din e wo court krata mu se oni ne wo mamiensa emema miensa na mo wo ye. Bema no di kan no ja no two kwan no 18 years ni Esther hu da. Papa ne nkomo na me boss wa kire mu you. Sanso na di otwa to na onye mo nanse no ofi Ghana akọ a odi ni din share krata mu at the stage of divorce a approve so ne papa ne wo mamiensa sa abofra no so papa ne say ofa ne ni hu abofra ne da aware jaye hu sunsan so me makache mdasa aware jaye kan wade ewu Clarice makache kan wade ewu eti obi aja awade da me nyi obi awaja awade da ba kirekire mi musa ye bia eya Empress Gift say edu awade jaye susu fini ebufuo bi ma ewura mu mamu tumi ehu obi ani mamoko eye no kure ho na eja awade da wo ha bo mi nkomo
eja awade da
yi ampu once no wari broni no e mo mo nse ye nya ba ko a ebedi sa nkomo wa bi o na ye eja awale Esther be ja awale ana oh David na akai
uja oyira na abefado uja oyira na ka che na meja me de no
Clarice usi omuni akuguduro because Empress Gift say our jaya beba eya ebufuo ni we bi bam wo na we ja awade da ye bisaw wana ne na ja awade but answer na awade jaya beba wo ho no sa ebufuo ni baaye ye ne ukasa ne wantie ana den
oh me our jaya de me how do you say this not me prima kuma is that right they make my mama kuma like you know and the nice community you know I had to block all family members because not many person be Adam Bekasa said.
Oh, so is it like what Gifty is saying that when it gets to divorce, you have a certain spirit of anger and decision making that comes over you that you don't you want to take the decision and go. You are saying that you took a decision, you don't want anybody to reverse it. So you are not talking to family members. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think there's a difference in that because mine wasn't an instant decision. What I said,
okay,
it was a series of events that landed on that big decision. Until when it got to that point, I knew said there was, and I think it said, Emma, before Obabia Bedu Abkase, means now there's been a series of Nkomo. I'm not happy. You got to you got into the point where there's no turning back. Intimidating I say it do one I think they said right at that time woman may requesting for divorce and I said may apply for divorce. Now I wasn't really angry. Because one thing about me, they say, and that's the reason why I dear back one of the person say, I didn't want to do anything I may regret it. And you know, we separated for a while. And I may imagine say, you know what, just because I'm someone I don't like doing things I regret. I want to be headstrong, so I do where me whatever happens, no, I'm not regretting. You know, it wasn't moment I make us major, no, but into quantum and the things that led to the you do wanna me imagine say I did with the mini beam. That was when I blocked everyone because I didn't want people, one, talking to me about not divorcing, two, talking to me about the issue. What I say, mini panel, my do baby, I'm in our dream from me, person be an member born home come. Me person be also baby some margin because I thought to say, me na me name the team. And if all my family members knew, say, or only family and my family knew where it was heading to, and I think say he headed to that point. I didn't. To me, mom, the maker say at the point where I was, maker say I filed for divorce. No, now I wasn't in an anger state. I was in a state with him where we're still very cool and friendly because I always say, and like Abna who knows, my ex-husband and I, when you see it now, you ask yourself, why did you divorce? And I think it's because I'm matured enough to know or doneba. And I'm missing me doneba no pa I want him to be in his life. Into your point como menini mami bon como na say kwani mami on one kasa ba mami kwa maneme Ghana Trophy. We have that relationship. That part who say na make us say our real obani bema or emma obia wo ni chiwadie. It's something I can't take from a man. It's what happened, and that is the reason why the divorce happened. But who doesn't take away any penny bad and any penny good. Into me taking divorce. Now I wasn't in an anger state. There be. So me no kumbu mwana me bufu, but me no. I think so when I get to the point where me bufu be moi, I think that's when I'm done. Into me do that point. Now me there me bufu ni me mu. I just didn't want to talk about him. I just didn't want family members to try and convince me because it was not going to happen. It happened. I mean, person or money back as you know, Kasa was what give him a chance and stuff like that. I didn't want to hear it. Me block you. Went through my divorce. Then after, I blocked everyone. You know, maybe they're not able to be anymore.
So nice. The other said, your decision to divorce, no. About earlier after series of yatnasia settled disputes na because okasano said you had your no-go area wabrabum ewa wadi wom oka say be maybe a me warin wasasi so or we kraman nama ye jawade. So that was your cutoff point. And you can't say to what Berman and Warren we come nam. There was no need over Tubia as a one at our dear. Sana person. Exactly. Ubu and Fuda.
Oh, there been a semi food. That's what I'm saying. So you're talking about the divorce. Send it when one was spouse to her and to Kwaba. And to Kwana Bebana Mukono and then Makumwasem. What I say, or Tramasa Kumwasem. I did share Massa Kumwasem. What I say, into me personally, before I actually left the marriage, now I think I said emotionally, I had given up already. I better say, 1 year, and I said the dada.
And I just said, oh, can't it said, yeah, we can walk and son. Exactly. Is it possible? Certainly, more can possible.
Yeah, very possible.
How is it done? Say, when you meet it, where Jamia, what about them? It
happened. If you are Ghana, I mean, but I butchered you. The way things are allows people to be under the same roof, but not really together.
How? Unready animal on you.
Yeah.
On so moon.
No.
Moon damn papa go so.
No. And I make her say the way it happens, no, it happened in a way. Say, I remember say one of the things I said. They said, I'm not happy in this marriage. And you know, there's 2 rooms. Can you sleep at the other room? Let me sleep in this other room. So, and then a CCS, I will be at 3 bedroom junior home. And then I quite to say, we see 4 bedroom, one small. And no money a casa, and then we tried again. Until I try again, that was me, no, at that point, no, that was my cut-off point. Until I try BM now, as I see, and I'm saying, no, this is it for me. You know, I had already detached myself emotionally from it.
Yeah, that's what somebody is saying, that there's an emotional detachment. And I'm saying, so detachment now, yeah, can emotionally, you know, and detach it when you are separated. And now when the 2 of you, so yeah, because say now xenophobic tifio, this is I'm let me irritate. What detach it from me, but maybe I mean, and I'm detach it from her only. Sana mochero.
As an person, you're not ready to do anything with the person. You don't care about the person anymore. But because people fail to understand this, and as a member fail to understand, say, I can't speak for all women, but when we argue with you, our a sign showing you say we love and care. That argument it means the love is no more done.
Oh, that's so. And yes, sir, you have been matured enough to see, sir. Krama, dear, be able who have a post, see why, well, who are trapped. But what the other say? So everything you do henceforth becomes just a duty.
But that's the mechanism. My divorce, it wasn't before him. I wasn't the point of, apart from us arguing what you're saying, giving it a chance, and it got to that point and Penifoni and it happened again. I was like, I can't deal with it because I felt it makes you. I then I couldn't say when you're in something I won't enjoy it makes you become, you know, some other version of yourself, and
you become bitter and become an animal and evil.
No, but like who become like who become you be quite to say you are nagging too much. Who will be you're not enjoying, and I thought I was too young. So I mean like I'll let just time fly away. I wouldn't bear my bet now. You're not the best version of yourself, and I say you're not having the fun you are supposed to have. And when you say you are living for someone, I say, to please. I don't know society and I say family and I say just the marriage. You know, when you are not really happy within yourself. And I thought to say I was too young. You know, if I could actually meet someone and build a life with her, that was the time. Yes, Anna. You better now was time.
So the emotional detachment, you know, it happens. Once I say Ghana hand yes obi eja your mass separation now be man two oba na two but we just say mo dia no fear back no mumienu gi to mu say tina wo dem na me tina me dem enti muti fear back mu e fa door back mu e yusu kitchen back bibia back but modern different rooms. Was that the only thing that separated the 2 of you?
Yeah, because then me kind of say yeah.
Now cannot tell us here.
Yeah, of course. Until your bed, counselor. This is what I want. What can you do?
Now, so who detach? Now, we mean, yeah, is a detach here.
About you, but now when I put one of police at the mouse.
If you know the background and wrong. Say who detach here?
It's about time, counselor. It's about time, sir.
About time, say they.
It's about time, isn't it?
No, it's about time, say they.
Imagine standing for what's right for them.
Now when I see Obabia and Gina, what because media say me no take Clarice. Now we are feeling hurt, so you are emotionally detached. Meaning you're detacher. I have to follow your detachment.
Yeah, but if you don't follow my detachment, now you are following any other thing, and you still want to. Yeah, it's called harassment. You are harassing me because emotionally I'm not ready for that, and you are forcing me to do things. You are forcing me to have a conversation with you. You are forcing me to have any sexual encounter with you. You are as a woman forced to talk to me. That's harassing.
But me pacho, also forcing me to deny not to have anything to do with you, and so you harassment, Anna.
What am I forcing you? It's my body. I'm me. I'm an individual before I came to the marriage.
But me, I'm not individual.
And so, yeah, you are individual, but when it is anything to do with me, it becomes us. And when it becomes us, it means we need two ideas to work. If one person is not working, if one person says yes, one person says no, there should be a mutual understanding. Try to see if we can come to a mutual ground, like, okay, can we do 50-50? If that person still says no, and you say yes, then it means both of you need to sit somewhere with your yes, with your no, without harassing each other until you are both ready to say yes or no together.
Why?
The minute you want to cross your no to my yes, it means you're harassing me.
So why is So why is it supposed to be your yes?
Why is it supposed to be your no?
And not my yes?
Why should it be your yes?
Because why should it be you to your yes?
Because that's what my body.
And me too. That's what my body is demanding. Me too. My emotional needs is to have you, Clarice. It's also my yes.
Look for somebody else. Me too. My emotional need is about a celebrity, a footballer. Does that mean because I've said that, yes, the footballer has to agree to that? No.
I understand, but you see, my issue is that you've been able to detach yourself emotionally from the marriage. You've done it. But I have not been able to detach myself. But you want me to stick to your detachment and give you the rights to live. Is it fair?
You are supposed to do the consequences of it.
It's like you're trying to say the person who is saying yes can eat his cake and still have it.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't work like that in life. No.
It doesn't.
Just I told you, like she said, I told you what I don't want, and we agreed upon it. You wronged me many times. It's not even once, not twice, because I don't think it's just one time for the woman to say enough is enough. Sometimes it goes on and on and on. And then the woman will say, you know what? I'm tired of hearing story from you. Enough is enough. Go your way, let me go my way, because I'm not able to deal with this no more. You get it? So you think you can go on wronging me, and I have no right to say I cannot deal with it anymore. That's not right. That's not fair. Just because you think when you wrong me, you're repeating the same thing, you have the word sorry to justify yourself. I should just keep staying there and tolerating because the word sorry has been created for you. So I should just be there and be waiting for the word sorry to come so that we move on and then you go do it again. No, I'm here. I'm tired of hearing the word sorry.
Yeah, I think what's happening is, especially when you come to our African households or where we come from as Africans, we've lived in a society where a man's words stand more than a woman. We lived in a society where a man went to work, came home. I watched something on an interview, radio, so I will TikTok, Ghana. I don't know the radio station or whatever it was, but a man was saying, chop money. And I think he said that's one. Yeah, it was society more. Women are overlooked. Women are like we are supposed to be submissive. Yeah, you should. And the Bible, you are supposed to be submissive. Anything you say, the man is the head of the household, but the man doesn't make my decision covering my individuality. I'm an individual person first. And you know, Bema ka say name no better. Yes, no, I'm not doing it.
Miss Woman Tawano. Obansuka say ne, Obansuka say ne ubedimia. Utumika say menye. Anetina Bema the onka.
I know you're individual.
That's how you need it, so you cannot answer for him.
You know, we are in a society where women have been cheated upon.
But counselor, I've seen people in relationship where they've made advances towards the men and the men refused. So I mean, as much as most men will say yes, there are some men who also like when they also detach from you, they'll say no.
I mean, our real na nipa no ba no onye adwuma be ma ne ye adwuma be ma is building properties or ye bibia but oba ne na wo fie taking all the emotions oba staying up late or bomb amount wishing everything goes smoothly cooking for you taking care of the kids or you as meja or mebusia for better properties, you know, you don't have. I'm so glad to be men in Ghana and you know Lord man kasa
but their eyes are opening. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, the law is still favoring some of the men as well. But I'm so glad because women, she said, oh.
At the way the moon is any beer.
Oh, yeah, any beer too. Any beer is not any beer in a bad way, any beer in the sense that it doesn't give this man the ability to. You know,
one day will be Quasia and go from any worry about any will be Quasia.
That's because women, especially African women, are beginning to understand that divorce, is not
normal.
You
say that all the time. I listen to you.
It's a normal thing. It's not a disgrace.
You say cheating, divorce is part of marriage. It shouldn't be frowned upon. You say that all the time.
I've never changed saying that.
That is the thing. And I think so one of the things that women were scared of why they still stayed, even when a lot of women have died from marriages because of what they were going through. And I think because now they've realized that me join the crown now, I deal with me in our building, I can have a part of mine. I didn't have them and they bossing and on to me bossing me. What I said, marriage divorce is part of life. It happens, you move on. You find somebody else, marry. It doesn't happen, you move on. You find someone else, it doesn't happen, you move on.
So, Clarice, one of the things you said is that after this marriage and detachment from your husband and you got married to a new person, now you are the best of friends with your ex-husband because he loves his child and you also love the child. So you are best friends because the two of you had a child between the two of you. Is that what you're saying?
They are best friends because, and I say, me problem because me apart from saying me no ban no say I mean nte onye mature dey there's mature dey
you don't have to deal with
it. I don't have to deal with it. It doesn't have an effect on me. It doesn't ne personality and I say the way and have an effect on me anymore. And because we both love our child, why do we have to argue when we can both show our child the best version of ourselves?
So it means that if there was no child between the two of you never have any communication.
I mean, if there's no need, why
exactly. What's the need for? Why should we?
Okay. So
I mean, we are not enemies. When I see you, of course I'm gonna say hi, hello, you. We are not enemies. But I'm not gonna intentionally pick up the phone, checking up on you as if, you know, we have something going on or we have something between us that we need to discuss.
So have you also gone through divorce before?
Right now it's a point of connection, and that's it.
Have you also gone through divorce before?
Oh yeah.
And did you marry again, please?
Yes.
Of course.
And how did he go with you two? What did you get angry before divorcing?
I felt like I was being manipulated emotionally. And I didn't like it. I don't like when I feel like I'm being controlled. I'm made to feel like I have no brains of my own. And that's what was going on in mine. I was feeling handicapped and I needed to get out of it. Like I was feeling caged.
So you were angry before the marriage. Before
Yeah.
that, you were
Like
angry.
now, just like my sister now, he and I, we talk every now and then.
Are you talking because there's a child between the two of you?
Yeah, and that's all.
So the connection between your conversation is because it's a child.
Just because then when he calls, how is the child? I'll be passing by to visit, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. I'll be coming to pick her up. Can you get her ready by this time? Sure, okay. And that's it. We don't have to talk about things that are irrelevant to me or him, you know, because I mean, I'm not part of his life. The only thing that's part of his life is what we're talking about.
So may I ask, have you also married again, like Clarice?
I have, and I let him go too.
Come again.
I remarried and I realized, you know what, probably I'm the problem, but he gotta go too.
Wow. So this emotional detachment that we talk about, did it happen in all your two marriages?
With the first one, the emotional detachment was not really there, but what caused the breakup was the manipulation, which I didn't like. But the emotional detachment came afterwards, and even though we were divorced, I still didn't feel the need to be talking to this person because I felt very, very disrespected. I felt very disrespected while I was with him, so I didn't give that room for us to have any chance to communicate or anything until I cooled down, you know. And the second one, yes, I detached like a year or two. I think maybe a year or two before the divorce. I thought I was gonna make it work because I've already divorced once, right? So I said to myself, Eugenia, make it work. Make it work. Maybe it's you. Just try. I tried. A year passed. This person was still repeating the same things, and all he had to say was sorry, shower you with some money, blah blah blah, and then he thinks it's okay. Yes, I mean for that moment, I'm gonna cool down. But when you repeat that thing again, it brings all that you've done in the past back again. Despite the fact that you've apologized for it, you only apologize for the moment. You didn't apologize for you to not stop doing it. You get it, and that's where I feel like I feel disrespected. And I don't like that. I hate life. That life makes me feel belittled. And that's what most Ghanaian men do. They'll tell you it's not a lie. It's called white lie. White lie is not really, really a lie. I don't like that. Tell me. It's like you take my ability to think for myself and decide for myself from me as a human being. You know? Feeling manipulated. I don't like that. So, I mean, please go. You too.
So you feel that the divorce is inevitable, it's part of marriage, but do you think it's been a solution for your sanity and your emotional stability?
Yeah, honestly, it has been, because I mean, with all the arguments, I mean, I was going crazy. I couldn't recognize myself anymore. I was not happy like I used to be anymore. Every time I'm having conversation with friends, after 2-3 topics, these people come up and I have to complain. I have to bring them up to talk about them, about what is going on. Come on, it's so healthy. It's so healthy. I'm not supposed to be complaining to my friends when we are out having fun about my marriage, you know? But now I feel relieved. I feel very good.
So you feel relieved after the divorce, which means without a marriage you are better off. Is that what you're saying?
That's why before I started talking, I said I've come to realize probably I'm the problem. Okay. So I'm probably one of those who are not meant to be married. We are not all supposed to be married in this world. You know that, right?
That is not true, though. But go ahead.
No. Not everybody is gonna be married in this world before we all die. So what about those who died without getting married?
Because nobody,
are they wrong?
Because they didn't get opportunity. You go for somebody who proposed to them.
some people did, but then they thought it was not the right person. Then
So-
eventually they died before they even got married.
So at the end of the day, once somebody proposes and you refuse the proposal, it doesn't mean you're not meant for marriage. Well, if you're not meant for marriage at all, the wisdom of God will not even cause you to attract anybody. But whatever to attract somebody to marry you is what God put in you as a female. So once you are the opposite sex, you should attract somebody who is interested in you. You not responding doesn't mean you are not created for it. So there's nobody who is a female or a male that was not created for marriage. So that one I can argue. I can argue it here and there. But if you say because of what you have gone through, you think that you are not meant to be married, that's not true. Because you made a very profound statement that I listened to. You said, maybe you are the problem. And I was just going to ask that, if you're thinking that maybe you are the problem, have you attempted solving the problem if you think maybe you are?
Even if I solve the problem right now, counselor, I do not want to be attached to anybody anymore. Maybe at this point of my life, maybe later on in life, but this juncture of my life, I do not want to be attached to anybody.
But if we find out that you are the problem and you solve it, how will you know the problem is solved if you don't go back into marriage again?
No. Those services, I'm done with those services. Trust me.
What services?
Anything that comes with marriage, I'm done with it. Oh, it's exhausting.
Marriage is exhausting.
Very exhausting. It's a job that you don't even get paid for.
Is marriage a job?
It's a very big job.
Marriage is not a job. It's not a fulfillment.
No, not to me at this point. No, before growing up, we were all manipulated to think it was a fulfillment. It's not. Huh?
It's not.
No, it's not. Oh.
But it's a job that requires payment.
That requires payment. Huge payment, I would say.
So if there's a quantification and a validation for payment, then you will see it as a job that you want to do.
Hey, counselor, is this even a question you're supposed to be asking? I'm a woman. Why wouldn't I do this job?
So
when you know, and like right now, as I'm coming from work, when I know I'm gonna get paid at the end of my shift, why wouldn't I work? Why wouldn't I work? I will work gladly.
But will you take the initiative to see that even though you've gone twice and left, you may want to solve the problem that you think is you? Because I don't think you've taken the position to seek for professional counseling to see what is wrong. Have you tried that?
No, I haven't. No.
Would you try it, even though you might not want to be in marriage again until you are paid for? Just by the way.
We'll see. Time will tell.
Because you see, my issue is there are two people who are in marriage. So anytime there is a misunderstanding that leads to misinformation and inevitability of divorce is part of marriage. If you're not married, you cannot divorce. That's a fact. Cheating is part of marriage because you're not married, you can cheat. Like I keep saying every day. I believe that if divorce occurs, what I've come to believe is most people don't look for the cause of the divorce. Because if you have a cutoff point, I don't want any man I marry to eat a dog. And you marry a man who you have told don't eat dog, goes to eat dog. It means that what you don't want, he's done it. And once he's done what you don't want, your cutoff point is to step out. But I'm saying that, could it be that what you don't want, if you've gone for professional counseling, you will learn to live with what you don't want and you become better off than you are off now. So majority of women or men who go through divorce find themselves in the second marriage before they think of going for counseling. So will you try looking for what really caused the divorce, not what you think you know caused the divorce? Or Eugenia is off. So Clarice, Eugenia is off. But let me ask you this as we go to our recommendation for marriages. So Clarice, in your detachment, whilst you plant yourself to find your peace in divorce. Now, after the divorce, did you get a peace of mind you wanted?
Yeah.
You had it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had a peace of mind?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And is it out of the peace of mind you took a decision to marry again? Or out of the peace of mind you said they are still valid men?
No, it was a peace of, I think so, it was a peace of mind. I think so, I said, I don't really want to talk too much deep into it because
Yes.
I
don't want details. I don't want details. I just want to know.
But peace of mind is nobody is setting any peace of mind. No? And I think my decision to remarry, no, it wasn't something I planned to do.
Oh, okay.
I was like, you know what, let me give myself a bit of time and let me try and have a bit of fun. I think Ghana for something we never got to do growing up, because growing up we share what I say, but you can so we'll go out, you know, go to dinners, enjoy girls' time, enjoy friends. What I say, marriage shouldn't be we need a store in Bible. What I say, because I thought I've been through it, it shouldn't be to just enjoy your life. And then, you know, and a better.
So, not just say, our end were two whilst you enjoy life.
Yes.
So, did you have the same decision like Mama Eugenia, where you say, marriage, you're done with marriage? Did you say that yourself?
No.
You never said that.
I never said that, but I never, and I make us a media not making us a young meeting our review. I think that was when they say it's my prime. I just let me catch the men in the German Boston.
Oh.
The time you
Abner.
It's only because we get on so well. In the other sometimes no. And you might go share. Me person too. What I say, because pet say be but
our any good anya peace of mind. Now I didn't remember no say kai. The Benjamin was so.
The way about phone or our reject. I need the way before our reject. I'm praying say it be before wow be our Arabian be in the midst of, because once that time in the major man the boss and yeah the meeting yes, and I remember sending the boss so I go through our reject at that time or bar and then you could not check. Now and say I'll be encourage you be as a quabonte na go have fun. Will be as let me call me job like me my separate for bare 1 year me to my mother say oh I know I said and in my dream said me share bear my but I just want to look good and you know go out with my friends near that the boss and now so we're having a staff dinner Clarence camp into you or say call away Clarence what I said into no more organized the bill or just what 1 year about 1 year undi that then I remember I was so surprised. I was gobsmacked when I like almost make we say 1 year we separated 1 year I was surprised.
And then I said 1 year now. 1 year now I'm surprised. Now one they do.
Then I made change.
Now one they do.
Honestly, I have a counselor.
Adam just not bear my be obesa bedu.
And I say, oh, sir, how dear the tennis. I have no. And I make us say, Mrabia, ye dear boy, who I said before, no. And see, ye to me, and live your life. And my me cry, me can still nice. It be a gene, what I said, still now, I dear good put me a giant why, you know. So now, men of my dream, mean to me, and yes, sir, what I said, and I'm going to say, we shall only be a man supporting the first man. Obi ba no beka chem so makwa ba yesi ya na mejaje no mitri e ho ba bone hwede wo che what I say but see amenya sa even though I think he said because of entity e dia ma me still na no maji and that doesn't mean say entity na e good ha me maji me body ni ntimi tie me ma menya sa ne ma no what I say and no nche say and no nche say we a good girl because good girls be breja aware to ekwasi bi osu what I say. But my pastor said, "Omu encourage you, say, and you so live your life." What I say, and no be a share, or no catch up, show no why you saying, or no saying, you say, why you saying, what I say, Conan and now for out, why you saying, what will meet you be on your person in the panel, be serious, or no, have a fun. On June, our real cry, Nippon, our report, I'm not ready for you. Intino, what I said, Intino, and no, ideas or more encourage you, but who said, a before no, say, and make me name, say, and Colania war more banning a different. But we meet me for Banama, men can't have Brasa, and can't tell us, because yes, me, yes, me, Bema will be because you say, I've never cut, man, and then I will. And I said, I'm not catching, I'm not going to stop long, and you what was one I will sell what. You understand? But I don't just say many banana the no. What I say, because tea and traditional be a one and then your mom would say, I must say, I be a bit and crown. Still, me, I didn't see and my young to me, and my live freely, sir, even though I didn't say live freely.
And why do you say African upbringing are wrong, ma and ma, and I'm never in Bangla.
I want my money in Banya.
Say, men do one term no virginity preservation and yadepa.
Virginity preservation and yadepa. Me dem ya grant come so say na me dey better to me ba e good.
Aden.
But the person who say
Aden.
Oh, say me no. I don't know. Say na make can say no me dey atete yen na ma na yes ah.
I say emwa. O say emwa. E jade na so tete obanesa.
Ade emwa say. Yes, virginity preservation. Ade emwa say. Ye mentality ni say me shia be ma we. Me ni na pie, me ni na ye bibi nti sa be ma we de ukunu ni anam sa opiti wa me boy. And I say uni obi ada na usro so obeka chi obi because obi adwen say pe we de wa say. What I say? I think say enyama say omo kan more no say who no be that be a protection because who need the open your what I say. Who no be ya who say Bema sa idea and say who can Bema back up Bema we are not so worrying in Shiana no one so worrying. Don't be imprisoned by the idea and the thought to say because we need Bema be a so worry and I said marriage is beautiful until I said also worry be what I say. And no na me can say no from our words no because me am tia me can say all right but to act it out no is so very difficult for me because me see another background me nya film ni say and ade background na me dey be as me can say me ex husband wo so no one of the things I na me say because na me figure na ba na ya kire me so kwa unu kunu me pie me say me can say me Master Crabba one time, and you see you pay your junk run a ye pay your master say, if you mean, yes, sir, my money, myself, my money, you see what I say. But looking back at it, no, send your money near and wow, woman, because Cecilia were around the woman, will be out to me a peer and peer, yeah, and so peer who are down for peer, and so peer who no cool peer. yes, the be our any if you ask it, what I say. But yeah, culture not just or bow, or no, your papa. And my papa, so you could no more, ya, and member money.
Oh, sir.
I be called to the face, but showing himself what's in his eye, and didn't the eye. As this was, when you may be understand, they were funny as society.
Oh,
Oh, I said, I don't know. Or partners were about or quack on the temperatures even added to a year. Or short sales, I mean, will be better, but you know, what in the Gaba. Oh, I see a living your life. Marriage shouldn't prison you. You should live your life. And so having fun. Oh, until I make us say mistakes, they be happen, but maybe you'll be. I don't live in regrets. Until me, yeah, you did decision, may take you one and then me bear 1 year and a take his decision because me weigh the pros and cons. Until me making sure say when I arrive at this decision, the abeke be a best I wouldn't cry about it. What I say. You know, that's my take.
My last question for you now, Abna Emblem, with my topic is and obi recommend you obi mo obi say on no entry plan on any warrior of wasa movement in this one.
I don't think so. I don't know. They make us say, yeah, it's not a good thing. I am not usually say be a minimum be. Now say I'm planning to be a black catching the pan. Say my date. If you be Debbie. I think say human beings like I say, the way we reason and the way. It doesn't allow us to be able to. Because if they are way actually into a money of life, we are trouble out here. There we not the payment, my money says not here, not in the man. Where we not the buy with my money just say not here, not in the man. And as a Nipano introduced soon, it becomes too invested. Hey, when I'm the Bema, we are my year, won't me. I mean, you should so sure be now living my life. What I say, I don't think it's a recommendation in relationship, Miss Animal. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't expect my friend to do it. And you know, yeah.
So if you have a good brother, you don't recommend them for Abna. Oh, you don't only have a sister.
And I want to meet you. Then you do
Oh.
Obabia need to, and so we shall be. Or not to say, be a Nipano Yamadan for pa. If you have a name, if you have a third party, I'm not going to chairman. And I mean, you are yes single. Now, Mr. Wabana, what I've got to call a single, and I'm finding connecting me. What I say, no, we are not very good friends. But so be a machine, minimum, Busiana, the recommendation, you know. Usually it doesn't, either way, but we are jealous. That you're doing introducing and now they want people. What I say, and I say you get blamed as MPC and ABC, you know. Or baby, so you have the power to attract what you want. And your background happen, I so attract your back.
But with your level of experience in First World War and you are now in your Second World War, would it be best for you to tell somebody say where you are? You can't do that.
And one day, our radio, and I make kind of say, we are say, Obia when it's what you. How would I know? Say, you know, be asking between that discussing certain private issues, sir. Into who recommending Nipana, how well to counselor. There's something that my mom always taught me. My mom always said, say, you will never know the true character of a man or of a woman unless you stay with them together. Into our reform, and some see on Mukra, and you'll be on a kind of cranny crash. Surface, I remember saying, then as by your call counsel or your pastor. As I see a call a or say, hey, what can some Michelle be? Can be a message that come in, or the message that come in too, which me count too. I'll get Kagumas, I'll get Kagumas, we say, hey, episode. And you know, it's one of those things. When our rest of that, opiates, you are better. the actual what I say. It's no to me recommend you because it's really good for you when you don't even know the person very well.
Yeah, that's for sharing.
Abna is very, very good. Abna is calm. Abna is a cancer. She said, Abna could them up no money kundogia. But no one. Come away, don't give a year day woman. Come away. Don't give a year day woman. The fact is a minimum. If you have no one who's a brother, I want them. When I'm catch up on your they didn't do a blood on your place. If you be a corner, money couldn't do pan, I was shana because anyway, stand out here. It don't be asking to take so get today, my much to take it. It's a woman pay more say, again, you know that would do.
It's not just so recommendation there. You don't think that is worth anybody recommending anybody for anybody? Okay, Martin. Abna, omo divorce than Eddie common. Omo divorce than Eddie common. Divorce that uni adwinchire bia wo asem na ye ka no. Esther me wa adwinchire ba menye sure so be share. Well, enti
comes adwinchire there him.
Our jai no ni adwinchire wo mo.
Oh, there's something near bigger than my adwinchire.
Unya o esi adwimu so dase jawade
e. Esu dia.
Abna uni obi a esi na adwum da so jawade a ole betu wanim da. Wo a unja aware da utu nufu o wanjai.
More than 3.
Na ohwa unya experience ni fi.
Me sia fi ho, me no kre, wo ho na me sia ye.
Ga ko musika. Abna.
Kansa me kwa muti ade bia me tu kokofo so mo mu jawade o. Say.
Adai.
Me sia fi ho. Maybe two for the because I went forward because you never know what I'm the bus is here, I'm the bus on the person with Jara, time.
Sir?
And I think it's me now before you are more bam, I'm for this because with China, who your friend is saying, well, when you are real now, Konya again, it's good. It's almost to be a person, Jamie, what would that?
But some were cut off area to say, Chiwa Diana Ba. Why shouldn't they leave?
I know your cat here, but the a normal, silly, stupid issue.
How? Sir?
I mean, when it gets to the point, but it shouldn't be go to the when it's just what I say.
You enti enyumre we abaya letter ye be kan yi no ono de wanye obi a ware ba so force or twan hwe prophecy am an prophetic husband enuti no de letter yi bra ye enti ye nyina ye su ade ene so for the pen
sana bi ni agbo esa na yi bia no ba ware de get to ane no also for the catch the bi ni ane good for him. Make us your sister for the catcher and say, make us good for him. Hey, yeah, just sorry, send us up for the again, right?
Oh, Clarice.
On your money, so for any
oh, Clarice. Then, Cassa. I'm not can let on my na Clarice. I say, assembly.
Dear counselor, I'm currently confused about something very important. In my church, when you start a relationship, you are expected to present the person to the pastors so they can pray and confirm. Hey, boy.
What's it?
So they can pray and confirm. Missy, hey, boy. Shut up. So they can pray.
Sorry. UK
I'm
from.
not quite saying go back Chinese for how. China kasa no. When you what's your
me I was thinking maybe I'm not a cat, maybe I'm a cat. And the girls are not going to go. Oh, that you. Oh, yeah. I'll say, in my church, when you start a relationship, you're expected to present the person to the pastors so they can pray and confirm it if it goes well. I have been talking to a man for about a year. He's responsible, hardworking, and we share some values. He's planning to meet my family and church leaders soon. However, my pastors have said they received a prophecy that another man in the church is my husband.
Oh, Abrato boy.
The problem is, I don't know how. What I say? I say the problem is, I do not have feelings for this man. He's much older than me. Have been married before and have children. We don't connect well, and I don't feel peace about it. I'm being advised to pray and wait. I am under pressure for my family, and I'm not desperate to marry. I simply want to make the right decision in my life. Please, I would appreciate a respectful advice, okay? Yes, I pay you, I'll say, Pastor, the teaching agent so pan, I don't know, I dare so nebo. I'm sorry, Hono. So I started to say, we love, we are trim pana. I was so they will love, and never share so for more, sorry, Hono. Omugo pai ko bisa na mese iradie yazaka mayae danduwa bemeya obehi na bemeya obi bemeya dia be asose efinyame ana ose nemo bemeya okay oye responsible ye duma kama also almost share the same value na. They may cry, palm plan a self committee. I sorry for no any fear for. I say, I could come bongo cocoa and I'm the software friend. Say, when you should say, I can't see no. And any crew name was so worried, I sorry dying. Hey, sister, hey, many feelings be a money pay a Muslim worrying. They pay when you see me. Why worry that? Or so woman? Ni permanently connected or quite be so. Or say, peace be any Nakumem. Nakuma my pasa. Or just often to know for say, all pie or on train. Or say, or no, or banner part the pressure beyond done so. Now, after so on preparing also be worry. Name of person make it the right decision on a bra or my fun a warrior one. Into a second step out so it's need to know for big see.
That's it. I'm gonna thank you, sir. Otebro for etitri abna bibia obi tro bi wo common station o wa be come out leko kire wa dwene yen koye bi o ye o kan letter na te se obu ye fu ade
say enya fine wo me so enya fine wo so asem we me hu about 3 cases oba ne cha bochi ha oba na nya na ne be mo be ware ko wona so papa be dine be bio me o mini pe bi wo Ghana wo be kom no pese o twe na busani ba brochi na wa kasha da kasa nya me say wa we eye ncho onipa ne be kwa ware mu 3 months, 4 months, now I need to say, fine. There's no connection like what the lady say in the letter. Connection being your boss or no, so. We divorcee and your bonnet, but Obama not being planned for her. Maybe I need to marry a divorcee and not to marry someone with kids. She needs to start afresh with someone on any connected. And then Panadum, we know people on any connected, come say. Now they Uber in church, false prophets as I say. Namese, and fine. Oh, both are they were one down with the Comusa, really 1 year penegu, no be able to make on the say on the money or bar phone, a yab or bar bonnet. Now, speaking, I didn't know Nakuma cry and I was a phone so wouldn't say I will catch a gaze, and then look happy, probably because say you want to pimp that man to the lady, until I will say Namese and Yannick, fine. Now, counsel me come counsel me tie won church wo so won church me say wo be ware a wo pastor be any right wo so ka say ware we na say men ware we. Into why is the man doing that to the lady? I'm boiling. I'm boiling pa. And I didn't so cool my bed they say ni boy no ne nam na right for her and I said it's not right for her. Allow the girl to make her decisions. As a man of God, as a pastor in your girl's life, pray for her. Pray with her. So I mean kind of no reading, but don't pollute her mind say it's not from God. No. And you're fine. Was and I say girl we said I didn't need so not to was no worry na all her life no one worry no or the blaming the fear for before that's so far or didn't trust in us as show mono one why any sir. Yes, I'm cooking.
Comment station. Comment station will be seen. Take hearts, sister.
Oh, counsel, because the BSC and me I don't want November. Didn't I go to wedding, but in the wedding we need a kumim. And me a kumim.
Sir, Namuka for
marriage, yes.
Namukoya, it's Mukoya, it's Mukoya.
Yes, because I was saying, because what yet.
And I won't go there now, Nijewa, what dear Mudia, because Sunday can be from them, and the family fit now, and the farm me up not their kind of the deco farm never. Oh, so we get to get a support. So we get to get a I was saying, yes, and then pay a tight, she said, be. And then pay a tight, she said, I'm not all over. Like it's happening, counseling, it's you, it's really happening, eh? Pastors are boycotting the right men or women for each other. No, would you call for pimps? I know in Bimo. I'm not who area hono say. I sorry cut it to us say who should be. I was sorry demu kwa for never chere. And now obi kaso pewa. I'm not emienu till some common emienu yedino. Say obi se wo pe e wa sorry demu a be ka kire me se so for. Any obi se na ni je hu abonten a be ka kire me nya pe o. Na counsel because was sorry demu no was me pa e wo be si mu da ben. Die nti a mesi mu ne se me hu nti na nipa ne ba sorry ha o. Unim no. Wo nti se onye wo na we introduce man bi pakọ ye na hia ye ni ti ya ni ti onya na own ene ya building connection yes betina into wo be see mu da ban wo say wo na wo direct say we ye obi kuna we ye obi kunu say me fear na ba nya be so pe figure advice here but I can't tell me say when okay be when you che ba na no kre but and pinpoint the fun ne force wo me so say chinchine time okay when you kunu nti we mo ye wo kunu how do you know say nipa no tin che ne ye better than nipa na me de na ba no it would have been said yes of 1 year no and you're correct of no fine you see I mean says girl no say I relax you or say she's not in a rush to marry our really like sister young warrior if they are not what 10 years 5 years 15 years now they come down cross over some kwako worry them not was yeah and then I say no kura so say and pass a recommendation the man here solid in so no so what's why then? And the question say if someone is dating 3 ladies in the church, what is the business with the pastor? So pastor in the business. I won't say. Pastor, and for church doctrine say, Mahasi. Church doctrine say, maybe sorry, they must be dating Mama Branca say, Esther, my brand landed. Esther, my brand landed. Makai say what? Me say what try there or comment station or me station or Baba Brand me station. Check doctrine no. Once I make me dating me prayer and on say and I don't want to go see the maker me say and me give you on one. E bi o make can man best at 3 obi o kwampa bi kwampo no a
Oni obaby will process so no asako for obi no akofo.
Esther, I'm not saying. So be sorry there. No akeka mema ema miensa aboso so be ware wo. Enye sofo no emfa sofo no.
Oh, sir, yeah. I mean, there should be an order. No, there should be an order.
Order where?
Sorry, order bay. Oh, that's now we are sorry, nothing. Now we are sorry, then why would you be happy as a pastor?
I'm coming. I'll come to you. I'm coming. My moderator is speaking. When she's speaking, nobody speaks. So let her finish before she close the show. I'm not really uncle.
It comes later we party. I think so bad money for victim to what the pastor is trying to do. Also seeking the face of God. Now on the instant and na kuma e catch no. Then she should run with it. I don't think that she should base her life entirely on what the pastor is saying. The pastor could be right, the pastor could be wrong. But almost not making a fair judgment. Now face won't see any to go a long way to help her in making a decision. That's it.
I'm not say all state maybe I wouldn't nominate between family, yourself, and pastor. Your personal decision is very paramount in making a choice for a husband or a wife.
Yes.
So recommendations have not really helped because, like if earlier, also when people recommend for you, you end up becoming their storehouse of where are the man, like God recommended for Adam, and Adam made it clear to God that the woman you gave me. Okay. All right, who's next? Yankwe. I'll bring my own. Yanko. Lady Yankwe.
Okay. Councillor, me wa Cynthia wa bi ameka about same way. And the can say. Me no so for no ohun di ohun ye na me nyina ho bi. Ebi asa me no chokra na me we ba ko na me hia no. Ni adekora ono no kuhu ye. Timi di achi ya ade a ohun ye wo mara me sa me no me pu me to so be. Enti no obeka Meka say so for you and me dasi and me so me bompai. I never sometimes we ourselves also don't have a relationship with them said it. When you're not yes, so no. And also ever ma give you my clarity was class. Because also for the also no problem. I'm not going to dispute that. No Counselor, there's no way SMS will be so now they would have a boom say Papa will mum and I was one 10 and Saturday and I'm about Eradiate. But him you know one boy. Mention me or bar. You see, I am you know number many. La mean to me come you know so many meaning. And into Saturday or body Miss Row. Papa me so na ebie meni wo di me nyan hu ye so na sempo wan ka sauba fa wa wonyan san ne woni bia kwam na ba ko bi de wadi no afri question mu amane a be wo wonsem. I think that is the most I think I can do on my side.
Baba utie we a or say there is no chemistry between the one in the church as compared to the one she has brought.
She has brought into already no ba kukura de ono oni ne hu chemistry ya ba won say chemistry and biology no bia was na what church nim same e bia na chemistry le no o cha bia na chemistry be ba but the fact is that there have been two men there no already me being human counselor of course me use what they be can and with that our body the chemistry as na can say me chemistry ma
wait 1 minute come and say you say you bore me in this world. If you didn't like me where you not talk, you go talk pastor. You be man.
And that's a mama. Oh yeah, you know, somebody suspected say, "Well, catch up pastor buy with me and come why you know."
E tiri baba the one saw him go catch yourself one. Or say or no say we are bema was saw them now to me send pet now go catch yourself one when he
now go catch yourself. Right away, and you say me rent banana money.
Okay.
And go can't share me na me
Also,
jump
but
and no
your chips, maybe this
yeah.
Now what him? This answer what him abuna.
David Papacho wa him fa.
I watch your comment station. But your comment station, but your comment station will be a bet you will be a location. Yanko.
Yeah, and she comes like me there, there'll be other cabiano. I need to Seven Smith may quite so many be last 7 Smith me so many dear. Send also to me church of honor. Cause I may sure say, well, my business will be my debut. It means so I will trust my intuition on that part. Mamma, I mean, to actually know what's happening. He said, chemistry now for this side. And no question say meeting you and not for the Akamas and say I miss me home because also for them who they were many things could do much in me. Because I had a similar case like that. All this time now will be a master is and or no me papa say me ware no.
Okay.
As I say. But Brano, that's like a 2 hour movie. Then who be say
the 2 hour movie say.
I go still for Dodo. I say, what do you know, baby? And you be as or fine on your flexibility. Yeah, you want to say Jane, I miss you, Raza. That's why, and I was in a church with him for about 3-4 years. I don't think we ever said more than good morning to each other. So how can you tell me, say, me ne onipa we there and there be na nya no say ko bi anti me kan say nya me say there one me kan say nya me say nya me sere wo so woni no e ya ada me sere wa and me kan wa asem owa ni ba owo ho no na ba ko for kura ba around oh it is what it is just say dey na ba she can say because yes, we'll jump on the couple, but when we are wanting to listen to the spiritual leaders so much on everything, and I am sound so yeah, because young people only and she can say, be or baby, lady, me, young couple, and me know Casano, and yes, I never knew be a cat, maybe, and that way, you know, means to me, but then I'm going to cry out of my you never know how I may be needs and maybe a casa. Oh, it's maybe to go be the apple, Fiasa or boy, a man and Ancas. I don't know, nothing, but it's dealing with me, my marriage, and my life here. So when you said, yeah, Miss Robadi, and all for crime is on a mention on me and Casa Cacrebi. My number will be to 2 different ways. Yamma who say, hey, there is an Esocan and say, and I say, I believe in that as well, you know. I can't meet in a canon.
We say, what if you tell a lady I love you? They say go and tell my pastor. That one too, it became. Obisa say o see oba owu oba na se ne pa. O ka che ne direct. O see go ka che me so for. Sir?
Yes, me say.
Now body say, na say na body say, we say na take to call abi yenko.
Comes out here.
Hey, Abna, yeah, can wo. Hey, Abna, e wo ha. Yeah, can wo. Yeah, can wo, Hey. Abna kwa. Yeah, chill. Abna two no awale ana etu no awale dada na etu wansa na awale now you're a young girl na Abna obisi Abna obisi you see Abna if it's somebody right now say counselor is okay maninka maning Maninka. Hey, Abra. This is not. This is not moderator matter, Counselor. Let us speak. Abna speak. Obisi Abna speak. Obisi Abna speak. The seventh hearing.
As I sit here, I'm ready to listen.
Oh yes, Abna, we are waiting for you. Abna, this is coming from me. We are waiting to listen for me to learn. We are learning from you. It happened, Abna, what say? A counselor, it happened to me. Yanko, how you know?
Those times, like, come a son, my missus come. Hey, I couldn't have son, no, she can be those times. Mr. Man, sorry, sir. We know baby be a funny bet shy. Yes, I'm mistaken. We never want to go chair. One friendly being counselor. It's in there telling you
how.
Share.
What didn't go chair faster?
Yes, we didn't call you. Miss on the side too. We didn't be so many times. And I mean, you.
Oh yeah, because if never be one of my set, you better for them.
Opportunity way. The same the son is like me patent you pow. So paying some zo. Hey, what's the hell?
Now, Abna, or catch you there, so for the catch them.
Counselor, me sit ni pan one man, tini can't be seen now. Me no kasi.
Hey, Coco, come back. I'm not done with you. And one catch you and Now,
later, I'm going to investigation as I'm in some man, it's not say, yeah, mistake there, my APO. Mistake. I'm going to investigations in the school corner. I say, hey, young the men say, my dear, but well, we thank God, say we are in a better place in this area.
And the papa be see, and one can't show yourself one catch you.
No, one can't die.
Wow.
One can't die.
Wow.
Every more. Yes, I want every more than you might be a cat or many moodins. Oh, yeah, indeed as well, because you are so she can mean be an over catch a say, but you never know this.
I can say we are your way of
in the kitchen.
It is so well
in the kitchen.
But Saturday, you don't know what dangerous, If you are not with different motives altogether.
It's Abna, we are not so country.
It comes because I soon I mean, will be dancing.
Adam, Papa, Papa, so near Kukudu.
Cancer, Pacha, Miss Casama.
Then Papa, so near Kukudu. I'm not Papa, no bell or Pewan Kong. And I'm on to because Upabna. No, I can't say that. I'm not a no coy. I don't want to be can't.
Hey, counselor, say but it's in some. I'm so much. I mean, come on.
That's a phone any Joe. Okay, I get it. Nobody will carry my Duna away. You can't carry this Duna from the chair.
And then the correct. And then they win the new.
It did not suffer any Joe. Now, soon, I'm sorry, them suffer any Joe. But I go for if you want timber. I'm just imagining the word about one papa say. What do you say? My daughter brought you here for what? Sir, what is your spiritual barometer? How many hours do you?
Maybe hey, should I'm actually warn. I mean, the child
because Vic, not so for to a boom.
I wouldn't say I suffer no cover. Wouldn't say suffer no cover catch and can make me.
Now I know any woman. And now I knew woman. Now I knew woman.
I can't with this particular one.
Kasei enya kakra na wo sorry dem only suffer make decision ti kasani enti na jade o kase we kekre nka kakra bi kan nyina.
Oh, I'm a counselor as some way here.
Ebi atoda.
The way I live, you know. Oh, me they been told me that me they be recommended be man. Now, as somehow Sophie KD anyway lady need the way they anyway because nipa na nyame say what the name out. One ankasa ya that because be I see na me do be na say ultimu say that connection no on ma enye na first I dey bi obeka say na nyame obe ha na adwi eti lady na be you to try nsem so o shona sa sorry no emboa na don call different church na sumu njo no nko ware wo honom na ese baden I say yes e bia o did suffer na time na say bisa okay o dey suffer mate aka ma Sunday we me o ma sorry ube hu a 1 month on by o meba na eja wakoye ni kude na ese wakotwe wo onye ne sa na mboa because ade anyame sit pa wangasa no when nje hu. Oh, and then I'm not sure say be idea na abesisa no generation we mu a na me be ma wade when nje hu at the sense so they be ba ha so be betu so
strategy ya mudija sorry ni bi ni o Esther is strategy na ya mudija ya sorry ni bi ni o
oh said ya na say what mean the piece of water na what mean ka say mempene because wo be wan so for be ka na akofa no me abrew enti no oh only also for me that enti also for me that na say we hu na story 2 months hu na idi I said here ure kwa be so na eja wa ko ware na ware na eja won na me baby na say you bi anwo ato no because we know emboa oh but you see sometimes I am not going for any so my super no say gentleman either be or you kingdom finance ya papa bi SSA what can you send any do on so I was a flesh na ba be fra oh eti no ye nyina so for so ye nipa say yen ya te say ye nyina ye timi twin say nipa no eti utimu say oh yeah oh okay ne we ni je hu na obo asori ni dia ne say ne enya hwewa there be so na nyame na akaba nyame akakora boye we be be on nyame kan ya yentie oh ana mani fe bia so o ntino na me na wo brother so on connect say na be ya asem bi tuma but what say betimi aseki the responsibility on her own obetimi aka say mia na be ya ma ade na ono ade na asamako esa na we asem tuma osofo no we hu amane.
Let's say this on record. Say Esther Oka say yes of Mame. Nikuni yes of call it you.
Eh, so I can met me. I can lady no try and send so be ya on fresh from no don ko why na see.
Et Esther be so say sorry baby ja sorry. Na ninjina so ne say or the be may be about sorry say obe wine. Na papa say Nyame kasemu no or the be full na mawa or what sorry no send the other buy and any penny just sorry ebe how.
Cause I'm patrol have my own say well. Onu lady na nkasa no. On the so prophetic age. Enye ye ni ebe kebi wa ha ama no. Because if you know the man I want in the war no. Now say there are things that you wouldn't even come on social media say will be made truthful. Ultimately say maybe there are 1 or 2 and also no sunya me so ne kasa ebia ono so about fire fa ho ene ne ho gina make say asofo ye anointed but then e bi susu etimi di nipa from susu de efra enti ebia ono ankasa ebia onso abon empire na as of feel say ade no enye bia enye saa na say emfa ma no a say na ebe ya da chi bi ochire me say because enye osofo na ebe tena ho wa hu ade na waka
Matu ase ba ebi ti say abuna de ya ebi ti say abuna de ya na sofo ani ono akasa na ani wo mu ye.
Oh, ebi ni o. Oh, and I don't know, gentleman, every course of the class, or bear a brown one for a beer, or bear what the people would assume. Oh, this row, I see it. I mean, come to you. Wow. Ebi susu ni ebi ono susu mpese abena because of ono nti no abena so be ja sorry no enti me ma ni bi ho mo be ni say omo be twe omo ho brel because oni aso me ade ba kwa me nti mi nya ne se me ne osofu be yi me nya hu obi to say sofu enya say bi a married to a man of God me university time say oh osofu asem there no I don't go there enti se me no be yi pa there any enkama me ntwe me ho brɛ uti sɛ gentleman no te sɛ me pa na ka brɛ any enkama twe me ho brɛ nka saa na mɛyɛ me no me ka sɛ na ɔsɔfo sei sɛ ne bɛyɛ a wodi speed be kɔ ɔsɔfo no hɔ na ɔsɔfo na ba bɛ frɛ me na asɛm a me no ta long process no na go fan sɛ bebrɛ aba die de ma me nya di because ja wo yɛ anointed nti no ma me nya me ho bɔkɔ na me ndwe me ho aha nti no gentleman de me tena se pa de ɔyɛ abena ne de ɔpɛ no ho asɛm ɔpɛ ade bia na ɔkɔfa he na anointing ne bɛ fight ne na kɔ he ba he nti no de ɔyɛ ya no sɛ na abena ka no so obi a wɔ de baby a ɛyɛ bɔkɔ so obi asumu no nti just lady no ɔntwitwa ne nsɛm to why no ɔnkɔpɛ ne baby nkɔ na ɔkɔ no so na say in case of anything bia no ɔno ankasa take responsibility no more ɔno ankasa ho I can't make me a come.
Na say him say we lady omuvu no okɔ ahead a obi hia na bna yi wa sorry acho na say umba na dey na aba no umba sorry na say bio ya ti so be ware na ban say no gya sorry na akɔ ware o wanya hwi o wonti aso na sofo no so be kangu na chi nso e
any dia na say yan kan to so be ma ne ho ensam an
because
go echi bi
the eti American say tie see I'm Benis counselor read it to them I'm Benis I was in the church I was in the church the same thing happened and I took a decision for my sanity I left when I left my papa told everybody I am rebellious and I will suffer. But now I'm in Canada. I'm not suffering. So at times they may be wrong as papas. Okay. Or just bro, could we want to let them?
And American say be a deliver FM and be so bit me about say all cats I'm not suffering no obia ko na nimu a ebia wa ko committee obi susu anasa okobo na pray yi o committee obi susu ebia ono so ya anointed obo a nti no so nche say bia osofo mo say asofo ni ma say bi no ana e bibia wo ho nti no okwa a onko but at the end of the day no so no me nya sure say bi okoye no or started so as or kegu as so nimu ase because there are people that work where no baby obegina pia no obeka nsem ya there be
etoni bi so asofo ni bi so kwa
akokoye ne saa akai bia nti
etoni bi asofo ni bi so kwa de ya okasa
na make an cancer ya no de obeka so nti wu no so say wo kwa no na just no say wako wo so wako you get a church then you be serving to so wo empire say na be ya yeah no the back asano and to me have impact on you because you are no can say and sit down so one woman of God be no so sorry so na wo and if I say me jawa sorry they say me my costume press me call honom no me sum na me bomb pa me new ni asem bia wo bi mu anyakopon ye merciful if you honom obetimi overlook it the obe can because me new wadwe boni bia and I me call so no me ye me nya me adia me bomb pa and I say me didi watem me mfom wo ye people honom mo kwa obutimi hye church members ni na so me didi atem wa bo sa so mo pese o makono obi ani o machi and na impact money na high but who call ye where you any who call we kwa if so was so fi kwa ko wo oh bra no sumo de ko wani and na ko pon de na huma bro kan ho a bbs obi mo hono mo kwa person chi obi e free aso ni mo person ye se de me person me break church no and na na akwa ye nsem no enti lady no ko no wo ne Canada don tell no
now the software be yes later Oshiawa, how would the relationship be? I mean, it's the way of mommy. Maybe say last question before Reverend Bra. Say Ekobani say Obi who be was Abna was sorry name. Na Bema between software and Yabusiano. Who do you recommend that Abna talks to first?
Send the nebusua o cancer nebusua na osofu bia so okay me dem nka so fast but then o de ebusua ye twa so ebusua na me nebusua
abra osuro bibia na
o cancer on say I will
Mention Katina,
oh, right. Won't say, oh, Piani baby, I was now what they can ask. Say, do a sofa near my baby, as some counselor bets now no more mechano. Maybe I meet me cabby. And yes, maybe I'm sure. Wow, maybe I read, baby, I won't know, maybe I would know. And then, baby, as some I'll bet me, I cannot meet me. Kevin, I say, baby, I'm a case, no, a year.
You Mesrem Munjama Estana, ni video mu or the ton perfume, na Ubiango Cambe can with us.
I'm a simple. See, baby, I'm a case, no,
Yati, I've been one next.
Grand fashion alcohol. Reverend.
Yeah.
Yo, Kaza.
Yes.
I was actually a victim.
What's of one?
Make coming.
Are they a Joe Yirana Yama will be?
Some of our go no see. When you suffer cancel just a bit.
Was it so far?
Oh, Esther can send me saying, send me your wife depending on your war. I'll bet me a casa. And no prayer say, I believe the recommendation those days is the best for marriage.
Okay.
And me share na me study the Bible trend na ba awari I would have said anka the best marriages those days, you know. Anka recommended ones.
Okay.
But yes, this I will be a friend say Jay-Z or say Jay-Z.
Okay.
Before Beccasso recommend you be a more we pan said the wolf is a woman no tisa.
Okay.
And unfortunate for us today, Nipa Dodo also recommending Omuni Wuntinai who Elia Wunimna Sunday na Wunwa sorry. Into call recommending Sunday Pan at the end of the day, who recommend the bomb. I've been in ministry for 20 years and more.
Wow.
Almost 25 years now. As
Wow.
ordained minister, 16 years now.
Wow.
And I've been married for 15 years.
Wow.
So when I am talking about marital issues, and when I'm support a counselor and I say, yeah, me washama kama me ready. So what I'm trying to say is now concerning the pastors, Genty Adodonika said, Unyo be of so warina, Fanny Brani said, me in my church there was this young man. On the day Pia of Sudai, or a soft junior pastors, the Pia of Sudai, or crown rose flower, our demo will be one sorry. Whenever I was so. So sometimes we say, we are doing that to protect you. But Binumu was sorry no more. Ebia oni girl be baku minu bi mkwa no bi awukra yebo mpa so mbe wale. Onya hu obi fufuro pe weni be ba won so by the time obe hunu na asori no e na yegu asori ni mu ase. So most of that thing say ebia so bi be si upe ana say bibisana, we are doing that to protect you as a church member. Say the bia enugwase enka church no. Minimum bia odi asori ni din said your bass oriented or Jibusia or church members or Mama almost some would be. You never buy a Musa, the Musa Sassafina or Wajas or in So I am trying to lay emphasis say so who say most of the pastors or yes or if you are catching one can't say the catching because of our renew. We just want to know say where you are going, you are safe. Now, concerning the letter, lady ni say, so for ni say, and free nyamino. Me babe wari no. Me bishop catch me say, awari ami kwa wari no. Embuami. Okay, because of that, for 7 years one kasame ho. But the truth is, Mr. Nwana me womb besine. But the challenges affecting the ministry, a lot of things I can't say on this platform. But then, Ibia said you will be so need you Watina Canada, no, Nitineye. Nitineye, so no need you, Pacotina Canada. But me no, I have no challenge. But me, there is some down Ghana. As at the time, I see men were no, Namisumi visa, I met to coin. Yes, so to coin, Uba, no other worry, you miss the beta. In some need also. The person may come in and say most of the things, me pay the via Esther can about for Nasema, not because of years of Ubibe, but a number Pambia and a mini war, and a bribia and Pia Yaboma, and I will be Boma, and I Casawo Boninti, the Sofu no, and not just said the Sofu Bebia Subebim. And yet the Sofu Bebia and the baby, and also just a Sofu. But Nyami will point out fast with Jimmy Pipia. Nyami will point out so who are how me and now how we will honor a ball of one to your grana. A size and Nyami don't or point out fast with Yedin or Jill free. So, in conclusion, the person can say currently, so be recommended marriage Maudia, medium name Sahadi and Minimi Yadi, and never remove Padia. But there is nothing wrong. So here recommend him and officer when it you and they are choice. Number 2, I want to also advise the lady now see Nipano was sorry no more a lot of people used to say something don't know. I realized one thing say who be now done when the baby to me see a china don't know. So any new and far the being who are connected the two of you are near by force. Who to me who be pen as a man, a china and all your demon or tater. Sansona who to me who be a one pen as but a chino to know suppose and all your boy for. So I want to hang it, say the bear will be full for them. In conclusion, the mechanic and so be recommended man now officer when each one fine. Number 2, says so say me say still the decision must lie on you because we now worry and yes of on worry.
I get it, thank you. I think I get your own. So the decision doesn't lie between the pastor or the family, it lies between you who want to live with the person. I take it. Thank you very much. So far. Abna, who is next?
Fabric.
FA Fabric, yeah, go.
Evening.
Fabric kasa denga kradi until onu wa chire.
Okay, but just say I'm
this is better.
Okay. Mr. Say I say yes of say you need as of 75 hour no. I be be ho. I say batatwene no. Any baby say kuni haba na ne tase ne tase ni nyansem. Wode sofu na wo ye adwuma de e bia be nya oba bia person ware no. And I'll be sure baby person ware no. Wode ne be kwa akọchire. Okwa be ka twa say wo ye say a edipa yo ware na eboa. Nanso actually said the Indian be a king. Yankupon, a quite fast or this year or this year, ya quite will be other fast for this year, did ye? Any panel, Siano, or her said a tia, a bebuan, or anything a bebuan. And so, Yasof we do her. And like I said, a bohan and a new womb, said it's and a can. The new womb to qua, a bagachos away, wow. And so, Ukoya Supra check a cracker say won't see the software campaign, so I know so back a different thing. The bay issue be pre in Miakasa Miako as of Penny and in the war. Now, software no more home than the year, Bako, anyhow, baby, I know person where no was sorry. Okacha Obani say, Upudi and a bewer, it's money and this software proposal and fund.
Wow.
Apa, let me suit soft penny, no. Iti wemia suffocatua no. Iti a tree and a suffocatua no ehu oba fufuro ewa bonte. And or then the bachelor of finance who you see when you be a person no from different church be to a person or then the bed. Then soft we be my be bachelor neja. Omuye dom be ne nyame ya adom na oware lady nyame adom say lady no aba be reverend ni ko so ko anim say oba na ka so be ware body no onya eku enware
Running by
you 10 years later.
Abra sending Burina Mama. Abra sending Burina man to see her.
Hey, you are doing your mobile. Hey, counselor.
Abra Abaya be a catcher in 2008. We see a number.
Oh,
Obey fibroid 4 times.
Oh,
or say, so for us,
my fabric and trust.
Fabrico, every cop.
So the network
name, oh, Kafra. Man, I want to show on the young corner, so your bad one. Possess TV, Bama, let's say, young boy. Yeah, Joso Casadinga Crani and Zonga. Who a chili cacra was with chili.
Hello.
Ah, we hello, dear.
so speak and so.
Sisi ayato nkapa.
Yeah, mechia counselor, mechia itie for so nyina.
Yeah, you so far.
Story no man shada and tie from the beginning.
Wabaya ni ever sin babaya ni kire say wadu ni fear so wale na brante bi odo ni ko kire so for say obo mpai anche ni friend say nyemia ma eyi kire say ni kunu nkasa wa sorry dem nti sa papa na be kire no bo no so say papa no oni ni ntem onya chemistry bia but the ordinary buy the chemistry no but so for so njintu so why the ordinary buy no why the was sorry dem to I confused no be say onya dem and only later never buy.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me show a counselor. The woman say, minima sorry nemra. Ozewa, sorry blue or more to be worried from outside.
Yeah.
And you're on sorry bizo over to me away from outside. It's minimo a sorry potia or to me specify here. Concerning the laws or the rules and regulations in the church, now I bet me more clarity, but notwithstanding, each last media na a wumututu. Each also bet me on merit, as in Adria, to me their call, meditation more amanasa, by year vision about. Yes, and I literally see what the Nyamia Kasankasa Akasa Chiro. The prophetic is in dimensions. We have emotional ones. One kasa through your emotions, no, you could feel that they will and yet. And prophetically, so you what the Nyamia Kasankasa riding. A catcher where no so it's no minimum. Which one Nyamini pano efa ya what they akasa chere lady no, but say if Nyame and I wait to me a point here, there is nothing wrong with God pointing a man for you. But Nyame so bet me a point you be a man. But so by now only ni pan bepako tanano anko ya engineer. God can appoint. People think, say, Nyami or appointed. God can appoint somebody for you. Nyami to me at the pay way you say, you could. But the Wusubai and Adia would go Bremun, Adia would go grass our animal. And Yavi Papa, still the engineer, a woman saying Yamina, I had a shit. You know, a woman too. Minimum Yanti are so for no. A car say, and Yame Casachano, na Yemu Pia Yemiho, but a bay young Kaledi no.
Nobody, mamma, no, I put me to Timmy,
I need yeah, you know, yen to me, yeah, master judge of the issue, but you better be actually your opinions. I'm a lady, no. So still now, on feeling comfortable with the sophone car. I would rather say obey say sorry no. But she should have a second thought about it. The pastor could be right. The pastor could be right. Because who should differ? I don't know, say prophetic church there, but who should differ Asia? You should know that these things can happen. So who should differ unless you ever say you're an evangelist and or a shepherd and no problem. We could say that okay, those people sometimes they prophesy by inspirations. But so or you're purely a prophet, I would rather say lady the best ako compare afao because also for bakuna kasa reverend kasano or say they or say sometimes or can say me I think let me get it clear. Let me remember what he said. Oh gracious goodness, why did I forget what this man of God just said? And then it's on merit with what the man of God too may be saying. Or can say obi owa ube hunu first time
and it will be on love basis. But actually, no, na odono ako. And na obi nso a obetumi hu na unya atinka bia emma no but obekom na sa nipa no and na eye obi a obeboa wo pa. No, these things do happen to me there. But actually, lady ni say so o tie ya. Anka onya potre na ma ne ma enra she say I didn't know no nya le choice as of no so e ka say choice we nye back to a particular
interrupt to kakana to us one who said there was a young man who spoke before now in line drop here me again and I deliberately want him to come on because now now on the case now can before the end on the case now young man can see on person do one example. The uncle that is talking about was a military man, number one. He was my friend, number two. I know from A to Z about the issue. The reason why I saw from one penny, I'm that particularly the junior pastor, he said, the lifestyle now, on whom said that lady no woman, he said, is not a material for a pastor's wife. And our castle or catches of junior pastor is own gene to. So I'm telling you point blank, or no, or you soon send a missy, but later I even a issue, so I have to question him. Then he gave me these understandings. But on to me can't change junior pastor and it's because of catching a own gene. So madam, you can continue.
Yes, sir. Yeah. You see, these are more lights being thrown on this same topic. An issue happened at Gulf City. Lady Guy B and Odi ladies too. Ebechere and soft mommy B. So Lady Bakun, Sophia and the other lady Margaret. So Sophia ewo or soft mommy na sorry nimu like Nimpaibo. And Margaret outside there are sorry. So fine. Benjamin had the two ladies way by Sophia and Margaret. And I'll see, prophetess, help me choose one. And the prophetess say, choose Sophia. Do you know that send a guy named Margaret? But when to be unconscious of Maminti and I'm so many giant Bible. So now we're not seeing Ben again. They are some kwati se ben na ekeka se ono at the Obaba or the Margaret abechere of Mamia. So Mammy say more for Margaret no no Margaret say no obey the Jan no de when into the way and Bible. So the issue reached the woman of God and then she kept quiet. I said, okay, fine, if that's what he wants. So we were there and then later then I think it was, 6 months later, I would say, 7 months later. And I've been a bar of my men but was see, mommy, Jewobo, and dear Sam, send Margaret and him 5 months. And Ben Eddie Margaret Ayarina, Ben Eddie Margaret, Aqua Hospital. In the hospital, you know. And something happened, so it was about a medication issue, and Margaret was not around. And the nurse was talking to Benjamin. Think he said, Nikunu, no, he said, Nikuni, Margaret. It was, Emmy said, we try HIV medication no far for some days, and it's in a and Benjamin said, me wife no on far HIV medication stipium and I got trigger sawi na no see I we jai into no yeah on cancer na on far. So at that moment no Benjamin acted surprised and unless they say me can say you don't see I me I say, and then me sorry, I say, me can't know, you sound so surprised. It's a whole enough fitness, Lina started epa, then chop. Why ya dear, or bunny chop, on fine channel. Say, Wakakan, because no castle kuni.
In actual fact, they are not married. Just a wakonim na keke. So Ben the suaba say, oh yeah, sorry, say we bu mamine in India. And you know, dear Wohoni, the lady is HIV positive. So now Ben thought the judgment was based on sentiment because Sophia Eka prayer group no and a Margaret there on count and that was what he thought. But unknown to him, there was something the woman was seeing ahead that Ben did not know. And question back home. Now our real cry, Benjamin, Margaret, and no man that no one die. Not a fina or the battery for approval. It's no that one die, nothing saying no, means a granny home. Exactly.
What did you, Papa, Mammy?
It's the one tiasielo. Or catch and said they be about with the debut. And I just almost coin if you want. And I barely so catch a lady and say, me do I bet ya, mommy knows that mommy said, on Pino, no lady said the Jan and Pipe on you be okay with it. I send me a meet, I said, my 2019 issue. It happened about physically. Me see, I feel well that can board the breath of mommy or the sooner ever. As of my message is here, I mean, yet then. Now, only it was a phone. There is a lot to this story. So, but I can't spell all out here because life is purely spiritual. Now, even aside from HIV issue, that there was an issue with that Margaret. Well, it is what it is. Oh. I'm not here when you're wrong. I'm saying there by divine intervention. Why divine intervention? It is what it is. And the lady looks so good. Margaret is so beautiful. Black, nice. You would never suspect. You would never suspect. And we'll lead it on. So now you see. Those of Mamina probably didn't see the HIV thing, but at least he was warned that no, choose this one. Sometimes these things are very dicey. Because you can't once a man, dicey kakra. Inti ankagami tiye onya putre. Naka on steady the year chusu na so amano non share. Maybe there is something that she needs to verify. She should not be in a rush to leave. She should be there for a while and then get to know the reason why. Because before said we are in a rush. You to me rushing make decisions. Now for actually I will say mistakenly now for you to me come back to be you feel. Nothing to be go back. And you want to then we stay outside and still struggle with our mistakes day in, day out. Until you can be so Jimmy so for me this or young commissionia and you now on now on steady nipana recommend your man on so share. No share outcome. That is all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm now winding the chat. Well, thank you very much. I believe that all the things you are sharing. Number two, this lady of your story, the young man can still go with that HIV virus because transmission of HIV virus through sex is limited. So you'd be surprised, say the young man will be HIV negative while the woman is. And in our current times in Impono, and maybe be a positive, but a man your mother, the women are still positive because of the antiretroviral drug now homofarinity, and ability to spread the CD4 count number down. And until there are bruises during sexual intercourse, the difficulty of getting HIV, is very high. Having said that, obi wa HIV a you worry no, or don't need to worry. And this obi no who say, and this obi no who say we do be a HIV. I'm saying that I'm not. There's nothing. You can still live. The guy may be negative to today because medically, you know, would you be on HIV and you just say, and yeah, no, could I say? Oh, I'm not. And yeah, sense of mamma catcher at this moment to go to me, Jado. And there's of mamma children arguing because me permit me jam. I didn't what was it?
And to me, didn't panic them on our dream. Or no, worry, all right, or no, Tiawa, but my dream to me, didn't them on our dream.
Ubia Nambia was as if he did them on our dream. Okra did them. The entire Guswaro Yen HS where did them for 15 years. But yeah, as a only them out wine for 15 years. And a moment can't chat by an creba, police say. Sophobia near as I see so and I mean the Becassa phobia. I'm speaking as a man of God, and I'll prove to you biblically. Any prophecy that doesn't align with God's word is not prophetic word. It's a word of knowledge. Bible says that, and God said, for this reason, a man will leave the father and the mother. The next sentence, if you read Proverbs carefully, it says, he who finds a wife. So God has disassociated himself from choices of spouses. He has put in biblically what Christians can do, but not what God can do. Spiritual issues about individuals, God can open the eye of a prophet to tell you what is wrong in somebody's lineage, their family, and issues. By recommendation for marriage, biblically, is limited to the prophetic. And the fact that you are under a prophet doesn't mean whatever he says, you take it hook and sink. I'm saying this because the level of immaturity has landed most prophets in trouble, because the members they are leading are not matured. So whatever they say, they take it light and they operate it light, and they are blamed for what is not supposed to be there. This young lady's story, she says she's not desperate to marry. She's not in a hurry to marry. The prophetic direction that this guy is the one you're supposed to marry is very dangerous. Any marital recommendation from a man of God in his capacity as a man of God has never worked. I repeat. And Rev can testify. Any recommendation for marital choice by any man of God has never worked. I'm not saying it will not work, I say it has never worked. Marriage is seriously an individual decision to stay or to move. There's nothing spiritual about marriage. Individuals can be spiritual, but the marriage is not spiritual. So the church's issue, tell me when somebody is in love with you. I understand it from the angle because they are in the church. You want to know what is going on. But that should not be your right, because Marriage is not for the church. Believe in your prophet. And when you believe in your prophet, you believe in whatever he will say. You won't doubt it. But when somebody tells you that I don't feel the connection with the man you say God says, allow the person to make their decision. Don't force them. Because I've told every woman, never marry a man who loves you. Marry a man who needs you. Because we will live with you forever because we need you. Not because we love you. And because we need you, we will show you love so that you solve our problems for us. So what I'll tell this young woman is simple. Once you say you are not in a hurry to marry, seek for professional counseling, not church counseling. Number 2, stop sharing. This should be the last place you share in this letter. Because the one who will not understand it will ridicule the prophet you are under. And having said this, let me also say this to the prophets and the pastors. Don't get involved with people's relationship and their marriage. When people are in love, we don't advise them. A man in love is a man we don't advise. A woman in love is a woman we don't advise. Because they won't listen to you. So young woman, you need to know what you want by going through professional counseling. If by virtue of your desire, the first guy is the one you want, go for it. When he fails, come back for the one the pastor said if he's still available. Because nobody knows who you should marry until you marry. And this should go for all of us. Recommendation is good, but be careful, because when you recommend, you have to continue to maintain what you have recommended. The young lady is not desperate. The young lady is not in a hurry. Pastors, don't force people to marry when they are not ready to marry. Otherwise, they will speak against the God that you believe in. So, Abner, my point is clear. This young lady should follow her instincts and not the prophetic word of the pastor, so that the church can be at peace. If the church refuses to marry her, she can stop the church and go and marry at AMA and start a new church. But the church is not for marriage. This is my submission. Thank you all so much for sharing your own. All of you, what you said, you are right. But I think that most of us will lose counseling before marriage. Premarital counseling is not finding a guy who wants to marry you. Premarital counseling is having the edge that I want to marry. So I want to go to a professional counselor. So I discover myself and see the type of woman who can be married to me, type of man who can marry me. Never move for the recommendation of a church to marry. When they have their rules and regulations, first check if it's inclined with your family. Out of your family, you can now go ahead to do the marriage. I want to encourage all of you that it's good to have a spiritual father. It's good to be in the spirit. It's good to get to somebody to pray for you. But know God for yourself. Know God for yourself. Know God for yourself. Thank you once again for being with me. Abner, today we've been able to do 3 hours and 30 minutes. So we have to clap for ourselves. Tomorrow, God willing, we'll come back again to the School of Marriage and Relationship. Thank you all. And all of you who came to join us today, your submissions are sweet. Right? Thank you for joining me this evening. Possessor. Thank you for joining us, or Possessive, whatever the name is. Sorry, I've not seen the full name. Follow me on TikTok now. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube. You can go and watch the submission on YouTube, Counselor Lutro TV. We will do all the three. We do Facebook, we do YouTube, and we do TikTok. We are learning. The School of Marriage and Relation comes off every evening. So please join us. Usually from 4:30 going, we always have a topic to discuss. Today we learned something new. Recommendation is good, but according to Rev, in this Gen Z generation, nobody knows anybody to recommend. I'm grateful for your submission. This was proudly brought to you by Mako Ginger Honey Chips. Order yours now on 0277 609 644, or better still, Afromax Plus for men. Every man needs an Afromax to work on your prostate. If you are watching me now, you are above 38 years and you are not on Afromax, then you are being wicked to your prostate glands. Please go to any clinic and go and do your PSA. Know your prostate antigen, and then know if there's a problem with it. Solve it before it solves you down. If you're a woman and you're going through menstrual pains, menstrual cramps, your own is MSP 30. Please call me for all this medication on 0277 609 644. You want to order or you want to seek for counseling, call the same number. I'm grateful you joined me. Good night. Abna, thank you so much. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Esther. See you at the top. Bye-bye for now.
I'm super excited about this ginger chips. Ain't it a whoopee a ginger chips at me power chow. Say enye mape ginger chips dear. And then I worry. And it is something say you were in powdered form like this. Ain't it we will be opaque green tea to send me near me green tea and I may be a gum. Na se me pese me munch on something so any me sakanwa na marry. Would you wouldn't share no? Google about a ginger and you see the health benefits of ginger. But it just a say the organic honey and I come and I get mape ginger chips myself. So America, it comes in a pouch like this. Into more American yina mubiti me afre
862-215-2007.
Good. Ofra you be deliver get your more kama. So we Ghana and so me patch ofre
0277 609 644.
mape ginger chips dear. OBA here.
Thank you so much. You can say Ache Mayangasa.
Yare yo, yare yas. Ubibenya wane fi yare. Yamfa yare su nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy. We are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pockets, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055 000 5077 055 000 5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support.